I wanted to ask you in all seriousness, for once, a little bit of talk about Brandon Coe, please. Because, I mean, the thing is, when I said this to Ryan, when Ryan was first coached 2 years ago, he had to sit down with him a few times to kind of read him, maybe not read him the riot act, but you get him to become more of a focused leader type, and obviously it's worked.
Well, it's a development league, so I mean, I think that every single player
Good evening and welcome to Memorial Gardens to our game day broadcast. Bob Cole's here with you. We're going to begin our broadcast a little bit differently tonight. Since the North Bay Battalion last played at home, there's been a lot of sad, tragic news in our community. The passing of Jack Lyons, a huge North Bay Battalion fan. A lot of players have remarked how important he was, always around the team. Brandon Coe talked about that this week. There will be a moment of silence for Jack Lyons before tonight's game between North Bay and Kingston, and also the passing of Aaron Northrup, a city police officer who dedicated the last 20 years of his life to serving the residents of North Bay. A moment of silence for Aaron Northrup as well tonight. So although we're so excited about OHL hockey in May, we remember the contributions tonight of Jack Lyons and Aaron Northrup.
Russell takes the shot, it's wide. Russell scoring 2 goals. Nelson up front to Russell, and Mitch Russell was the 3rd goal in 2 games, and the Battalion are up 1-0, a minute and a half into game 2.
Him and Jackson have something to prove here to their hometown team.
Absolutely, and of course both of them do work out at TD. Oh, and the puck comes in from the blue line, and the 67s tie it back up. It's now a 1-1 game, as it was tipped in front of Verbetic, and it looks like it's Barless with the goal. Boucher brings it to the Battalion zone, takes a far shot for Verbetic. The rebound comes in, and Boucher pots it. And the 67s quickly take a 2-1 lead. It's left for Potaloo. Potaloo taken down in the neutral zone. And the refs say play on. As it's out front. And once again, the 67s on the rebound make it 3-1 for Ottawa.
And they can put pucks in quickly to try and tie things up.
Absolutely. Winslow with the shot from the point. How did that beat Donoso? It's now a 3-2 game. Caught everyone, including myself, off guard, Derek. Puck cross ice to McDonald. And Kyle McDonald ties it up. It's a 3-3 hockey game with 4:16 left in the first period. As Kyle McDonald with another shot from distance. Tarasevic was speeding to the 67 zone. He takes a shot. Oatwater gets it out front to Romani. Anthony Romani gives the troops the lead as he picked up the rebound from Tarasevic and was able to get it past Will Creeley's pad. Tolnay looking out front to Beck. And we got another tied game at 4 as Jack Beck scores his 2nd of the series. Boucher puts it in. And it's wide across the net to Mateer. And the 67s are going to take a 5-4 lead here with 7:01 left in the 2nd period. Back to Nelson with 34 seconds. Nelson takes the shot. And Ty Nelson gets his first OHL goal. It might have been tipped in front as the troops tie it back up at 5 on the power play.
The initial shot by Ty Nelson was called off the crossbar, but Jackson, not wasting that opportunity, followed through with putting it into the open net here.
Mateer sends it back in cross ice. What a weird shot right from the corner. It comes in and tips in off Verbetic's stick, and it goes into the back of the net, and we have a 6-5 hockey game. Got an open net to Coe. Coe gets it in, and the Battalion tie it with 4.5 minutes left in the 3rd period. It's a 6-6 hockey game on a really weird goal, I have to say. Back out front, and it's out to Coe. Coe's going to have a breakaway to end this game. Brandon Coe coming in. He comes in with a move, and he misses the net. It's a goal. Brandon Coe scores. Brandon Coe scores with 2.5 seconds left on the clock. It's a 7-6 hockey game.
Wow! Who would have expected that finish as Brandon Coe puts it forehand backhand through the net as Cranley kicks the post off. I'm sure they're going to take a review of that one as we get a quick look. Coe coming out of the penalty box gets the puck on his stick with 7.5 seconds left at center ice, goes down, goes forehand, backhand, tucks it in. It actually goes underneath the net as the post came off its moorings.
And that was almost 2 weeks ago, the last home game for the North Bay Battalion as they finished off a 4-game sweep of Ottawa. They won that game, very exciting, 7-6 on Brandon Coe, who tied the game and then won it with just 2.5 seconds on the clock. Welcome to the game day broadcast, the pregame show for Long's Maple Syrup. And I'm Bob Coles, all with Derek Lindemann alongside here. And later, of course, Matt Sukram's got the call tonight in color from Courtney Kenny and our producer Ben Long putting everything together. So tonight, the North Bay Battalion and the Kingston Frontnacs, game one of a best of 7, Derek, and the schedule Sunday afternoon here in North Bay, road games in Kingston and on Tuesday and Thursday, and then 2 games next weekend, potentially Saturday here, Sunday in Kingston, and then the following Tuesday if we get 7th heaven. But that's a long way from happening. Derek Lindemann, the North Bay Battalion haven't played for 9 days. Kingston last played on Sunday. So any concern do you think the battalion have about being a little rusty coming into tonight?
Maybe a little rusty, but if you had the opportunity to listen to the podcast this week, Courtney Kenny and Tom Parise, they caught up with Adam Dennis, and Matt Sukram sat in for Tom Parise. They talked with Adam Dennis, and he talked about how they went about the structure after sweeping and Ryan Houlihan along. They got 1 day off, and then they got right down to work. They put in the work effort to try and get ready for Kingston. They didn't really know at first who they were going to go against, but it came out Kingston. They put in the work. We've seen this team out golfing. This team is loose. They're staying together as a unit. That's one of the things that really makes this North Bay Battalion team so great, is their unity in the dressing room and off the ice.
Okay, Derek, that was at Osprey Links on the weekend, in case you're wondering. But yesterday we had a chance to visit with Battalion head coach Ryan Houlihan about getting ready for tonight's opener. So you've had a week and you now know your opponent. You played Kingston 4 times this year. You did pretty well against them, but they're also a very explosive team you have to prepare for, right?
They are, yeah. No doubt the strength of their group is they're highly offensive, kind of octane. They got a bunch of guys that can put the puck in the back of the net. But you're right, and going through kind of the notes of our season series is interesting that both teams never really had their lineups through those games. So I don't know if there's a huge tell through that, and then they're kind of spread out throughout the season. But we know that this is going to be a challenge, and they're a very good hockey team.
How do you stop a guy like Shane Wright?
Well, I think the word is not stop, it's contain. I think that's, he's one of many good offensive players that they have. We know we're not going to completely stop them, but you can do as best possible to contain them, and that's by limiting the chances or the type of chances they're going to get, the situations that they're going to get, all that kind of thing is going to be the focus.
Ryan, it's always said, or the theory is, if you have playoff success, you have to have gaps between series, days off. But losing the focus, I mean, you guys haven't played a hockey game, it'll be 9 days between games. Is there almost a point where you get too long of a wait, or how do you get the guys refocus on playing intense hockey after this long of a gap?
Well, you know what? It's something we talked about right away after we finished our last series there with Ottawa. We talked about that. We talked about what the plan is going to look like here. We knew back then that we probably potentially wouldn't start until this Friday. So in that, we've been able to heal up, rest up, give some off days, but we've also been pushing this group pretty hard here the last 6 days, and we've been very impressed with how committed they've been. Being able to keep that pace. Our mentality is kind of the gas pedal. That's what we've been saying. We got to keep the gas pedal down, and we've been trying as best we can the last 6 days to be prepared for Friday.
Preparation, obviously had a lot of preparation, but talk about rest at this time of year is, I know you don't push the guys as much even in dry land because of, it's so late in the year, and obviously much later in the year because of the pause this year, but what is the value of rest this time of year, and is there really, can you even put a value to it? It's like, is it almost like the priceless type thing?
You have to take advantage of it, and probably, it's probably priceless in terms of that respect. You got to take advantage. You got to use it really, really smartly, though, and Probably when we first talked to our guys, they were probably, thinking that we were going to take a couple days off right away, and that wasn't the case for us. We wanted to have one rest day and then get back to work, so we don't kind of lose that mojo. And I think for us, our belief in what we can do fitness-wise too, and in the gym with our strength and conditioning coaches, that is really what can make the difference here. If we want to have a long run and you keep your bodies prepared for that.
What did you like about the first round series that you guys hope to apply in this series?
Well, we kind of liked going through some adverse times. I talked right away that it was a 4-0 series win, but it really didn't feel like that. Every game it could have gone either way. There was moments within games that really test our group. So we liked going through that. We also liked playing a really good opponent in Ottawa that pushed us and was physical with us and really ramped up what the pace is like here in playoff time.
One of the issues in playoffs is you got to deal with the ups and downs, because and you had several parts in that. Even though it only went 4 games, there were several parts in the games where you had to deal with those ups and downs in playoff games.
Yeah, and that's what, you got to keep talking about that, keep the message going. We reflected on the series as a group too, and the guys are well aware of some of those moments could have gone either way. And it's all about the learning process. We got a really young team that are going through this together. A lot of winners in that locker room though, that kind of just know. I feel they thrive under these circumstances. So, but yeah, you're right. There's a lot of ups and downs, and we're lucky that we came through that okay.
What's it like?
Go ahead, Chris.
Okay. 2014-15, you played Oshawa, and they had a high-profile local player in Kenny Appleby. This year, Lucas Edmonds has put up numbers that a North Bay area kid hasn't put up since Kenny Warham or I guess Jason Lafreniere. But tell me about how does that impact at all when you have a high-profile local player, maybe reflecting back on playing against Kenny back in the early days?
I don't know if that's not really even something probably we would talk about in our room. We know Lucas Edmonds is a very good hockey player. He's offensively gifted. He can really, he's a game breaker for them, let's be honest. So it's more of that talk and how we gotta, again, limit his chances and things like that. It's fantastic to see local products do really, really well in that regard. We just hope it's not in this series.
I'm a little bit rattled because Eric actually asked a really good question, so I don't know if I can move on from that. When you took over as coach, you had a number of sit-downs with Brandon Coe and said, look, about getting your focus and putting out, more consistent effort. Now he's a finalist for the Red Tilson Trophy, so obviously some of those talks, and maybe Brandon changed as well.
I couldn't be more proud of Brandon. I think our relationship has certainly grown here, and just so proud of him, proud of what he brings each and every day. He's a pleasure to coach. He really, is somebody that has made us all better. Our whole organization has been made better because of what Brandon Coe has done when he came back here this year and has done for us. So super happy that he's been able to get recognized for his outstanding season, and hopefully we wish him luck in those awards.
But he's grown, I'm saying, as an individual and as somebody on the ice and maybe somebody in the room. He's changed in those 2 years.
He has, yeah. There's no question. It's, what he does commitment-wise off the ice. He's bought right into this program. He wants to be a pro. There's no doubt in my mind he's going to play in the National Hockey League. I think this was a big year for him to dial in those regards, and it's showing on the ice, but all the things that he does in the background, I think, is really where he's made the biggest growth.
First game on Friday. Obviously, it's taken a lot for your organization because of Jack Lyons. You've got the sticker on the back. How much of a motivational factor is a guy like him, and a big fan, and obviously the sad part that he passed away a couple of weeks ago, and I know he meant a lot to this team.
He did, and we didn't really even realize, until unfortunately something tragic like that happens, and our players, how attached they were to him, what they meant to him, and obviously talking with his father, we got to watch his ceremony as a team in our dressing room, and the speech his dad gave at his funeral, oh my goodness, it gave us goosebumps. And I know for me personally, it makes me want to be a better father, a better person each and every day. And I know our players are feeling the same way. So we're really proud to be able to put that sticker on our helmet. And we know that we talk about the seventh man here with our fans. We feel like we got Jack there with us along the way here, and he's going to help us through some tough times.
Thanks, Coach. And that was Ryan Houlihan yesterday before the game. And Derek, we've addressed the rustiness issue. Let's talk about Kingston. They come in here. They're a high-flying group. I mean, Danny Briere, one of the executives with the Philly Flyers, scouting this series. Kingston's got Nate Wisdom, one of their draft picks. He's playing for Kingston. We got Shane Wright's going to find out next week. The team he's probably going to go to next season. He's on this team. Lucas Edmonds was referred to in that interview. This Kingston's got some top talent.
They got really some top talent on this team, starting with, as you mentioned, Zade Wisdom, draft pick of the Philadelphia Flyers. In the 6 games against Oshawa, he came out of there with 12 points, 4 goals, 8 assists. You can't forget about Shane Wright scoring that overtime winner in that game 6 over Oshawa. And then you run down Paul Ledowiski, Lucas Edmonds, who is available to the NHL draft this year due to his playing overseas in Sweden and being a rookie this year basically in the OHL. Just high-flying, top-end talent. And it's, as Ryan Houlihan said, it's not about how you shut those guys down, it's how you can contain them. They're going to get their points. It's how do you contain them and not make them such a difference in these games.
North Bay's won all the matchups with this team this year, all 4. What's going to be the key to the series for each team, Derek?
I think it's going to be turnovers. If you can eliminate those turnovers at your own blue line and in the neutral zone, that's where you're going to win those games. You can't give the forwards on Kingston any speed to enter that zone and get on those odd man rushes. And North Bay, they have the firepower themselves. Brandon Code, Jackson, Russell. Then you got Petrov down on the third line again tonight with Podolou and Tarasevic. They've got that firepower. It's going to be turnovers in the neutral zone. I think the difference is going to be the depth on defense.
So again, North Bay 4-0 against the Frontnacs. Frontnacs beating Oshawa in 6. North Bay sweeping Ottawa. Will that rust come into play here in Game 1? We'll find out. But it's going to be exciting. Yes, folks, it's May. There's OHL hockey in North Bay. It's Game 1 of a best-of-7. The winner moves on to the OHL final. The crowd's into it. This is a noise factory right now, and it should be lots of fun. Of course, we'll have the 2 moments of silence that we talked about earlier before the puck drop tonight, and we'll take Brian Floyd, the PA announcer, will take you through that, and then Matt Sukram has the play-by-play call, and Courtney Kenny the color commentary, and get this game underway, this series. Game 1 tonight, Game 2 Sunday afternoon at the Gardens. Courtney, lots of noise already. It should be fun.
Lots of noise indeed, Bob, as we get our first Go Troops Go chant of the second round since 2015-16. And yeah, it's very exciting stuff here for the North Bay Battalion. But quickly, we're going to move things over to PA public address announcer Brian Floyd, who's going to take us through some memories here of Battalion fans who fell since the first round ended.
The Battalion food and beverage team, and young Jack Lyons, a fixture in the stands, and a special friend to many Battalion players, left far too soon, but won't be forgotten as the troops will proudly wear and JL's sticker on their helmets for the rest of their lives. We ask you to please rise and observe a moment of silence for Mark, Aaron, and Jack. Thank you. Please remain standing and welcome L'École de Gouffon de l'École Élémentaire Catholic St. Ange Choir for the singing of our national anthem. The national anthem tonight will be presented in Ojibwe, French, and English.
A great emotional pregame ceremony here for the North Bay Battalion. Well, I shouldn't say great because it's not something that anyone wanted, as every single one of the people that we were honoring here tonight gone far too soon. And then, of course, the O Canada done by the choir here in town. Starting in net for the battalion as we turn our attention to the game is Joe Verbetic as usual. He had a .906 save percentage in the regular season. He's going up against Ottawa Senators prospects, so maybe a potential look ahead to the Ottawa-Montreal rivalry as Verbetic is a Canadiens prospect himself. Levi Miralainen, who had an .891 save percentage, so his number's lacking a little bit, but it is the playoffs. It is a different beast in general. So we'll see if this holds up. Joe Verbetic did his part in the first round for the battalion. And of course, Miralainen did his for the Kingston Frontnacs, who won in an overtime, thrilling fashion against the Oshawa Generals, as lots of teams were waiting to see who would win out of that series, because if the Generals won, it would have been them facing the Hamilton Bulldogs, and the battalion would be facing the Steelheads. So a little bit of a different series as I bring in Matt Sukram, who's going to be taking you through play-by-play in this game.
I was going to mention on the podcast that this could be an interesting postseason for the battalion where they don't have to face any division rivals. But, I mean, we still got to get through this series and see what happens in the other one as the puck is dropped and play is underway between the battalion and the Frontnacs. It's Ladd in his own zone, sending it out to the neutral zone, being chased by Ben Roger. He plays it to the near side, and Arnsby, the captain, throws a huge hit, but the puck is up to the stick of Fresca, who goes offside in our first stoppage in play.
Well, the battalion starting off with what Ryan Houlihan calls their identity line. That's the captain, Liam Arnsby, with Owen Van Steensel and Kyle McDonald on the wings. And we saw Liam Arnsby throw his body weight around early as he took a big run at Ben Rogers, the defenseman for the Frontnacs. So we'll see how Arnsby does, and especially against his former teammates with Shane Wright and a couple of Don Mill Flyers picks from a few years ago in this game, Matt.
Puck is dumped down the ice into the Kingston zone. Liam Arnsby centers for Cole. The shot, he goes over the shoulder and over the crossbar. Puck stays in play. 35 seconds into this contest. It's game one of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Mathurin plays it to the far side to Ladd. Flip back around the boards to the near side. Is picked up there by Jackson of the battalion. He gets it up to Russell, but it's off his stick and over the glass and out of play.
And of course, Shane Wright, who's out on the ice now for the Kingston Frontnacs, the captain of the team, is potentially going to go first overall in the NHL draft coming up here in a few months' time, or I should say a month and a half's time. And Brandon Coe will be getting the Overager of the Year award in the OHL, just getting honored here at North Bay Memorial Gardens, as we have only got 48 seconds gone in this game, but it feels like a little bit longer than that.
Face-off won by the Frontnacs is dumped into the North Bay zone. On the far side boards, Nelson feeds it up ahead to Coe. Coe to Jackson. Jackson over to Russell. He lets it go by his stick, and now the Frontnacs have control. It's Lucas Parrish with it. He plays it to the neutral zone. Stopped by Ty Nelson. Nelson tries to flip it forward. He gets it to the stick of Coe, but Coe turns it over, and it's the North Bay native, Lucas Edmond, trying to control it. He lost it, and now the Battalion go the other way. Jackson to the net, plays it in front, but the stop is made by the goaltender Miro Leinen. On the half boards on the far side, the puck dumped in behind the net. Chased back there by Jackson, looking for control. He tries to skate out in front of the net, but it's blocked and taken away by Jake Murray. Murray looks to clear the zone, plays it to the far side, and now across to the near side to Ludwinski. Ludwinski loses it at the blue line, flips it up ahead to Tarasevich. He dumps it into the Kingston zone. And in that area, in the corner, the Kingston Frontnacs are able to get it out of the zone. It's up ahead on the stick of Soto. Soto drops it back to the line. And going offside is Thomas Budnick. With almost 2 minutes gone to begin the game, no score.
The Battalion a few moments ago had the best early scoring chance as Coe was given the puck out front from Liam Arnsby behind the net. Those two, of course, not really playing together too much, but they looked like they had all kinds of chemistry there. And Coe just missing the net by a couple of inches of what could have been an early 1-0 start for the troops.
Donald Wakely wins the draw, plays it to Christopoulos. He heads it out to Outwater. He gets up to the Kingston blue line and dumps it in. On the far side corner, it's down to the point to Christopoulos. Christopoulos fires it wide of the net, picked up on the near side by Lukin. He plays it to the middle, missed everybody's stick, picked up by Outwater. Down to Christopoulos, shot from the blue line, goes wide. It's picked up behind the net by Belanger. Belanger tries to clear the zone. He gets blocked. Wakely looking for the puck for the Battalion. He can't find it behind the net. Murray has it for the Frontnacs. Roger, and Roger fires it up. It's over the glass. The Battalion want to delay a game call here, and the officials will get together and talk it out, and we'll see if the Frontnacs are going to be penalized for that play. We are 2.5 in, and this was a big point of contention for the Kingston Frontnacs in their series against Oshawa, as they will be penalized. A lot of people felt the Frontnacs spent a little too much time in the penalty box in that series against Oshawa.
Yeah, they took 20 penalties in that first series, and they only killed 12 of them, so they're clipping at 60%, and this power play is proudly sponsored by or supported by the Noah Strong campaign. Head on over to their website to find out if you are an organ donor at noahstrong.ca.
Nelson plays it to the half boards, back down to Nelson, across to the right side. Coe fans on the shot, gets the puck back, looking to pass. He puts it behind the net for Russell. He flips it around to the near side to Petrov. Petrov into the corner, into the circle now to Jackson. It's lost in his skates, but at the point, Coe keeps the puck in the zone. Coe now skates to the left side, plays it to the circle. That's Petrov there, plays it back up high to Coe. Coe across the right side, Nelson. Back down low to Petrov. Petrov at the circle, now at the outer hash marks. Now he skates to the blue line to Nelson. Right in front of the net to Russell, but his shot gets blocked. Coe plays it off the glass on the far side, down to the point to Nelson. Nelson's shot is blocked. Long clearing chance. They tried to get it up ahead to Shane Wright, but he got blocked by Ty Nelson. And now Nelson chases it into the North Bay zone, and he'll bring it out himself. Sends it down the left wing for Petrov. Petrov through the zone. The pass to the point was picked up by nobody, and it's sent down the ice. Nelson has it. And he leaves it behind the net for Winslow. Now Ladd picks it up. 30 seconds remaining on the power play as Ladd feeds it up to Winslow over the blue line, tries to play it to the right side. Now he follows the puck to the boards. He gets hit there. The puck goes around to the near side. It's Van Steensel there. Van Steensel, who scored in Game 3 of the series against Ottawa. Can't get anything going there, and it's dumped down the ice. Van Steensel picks it up again over the blue line. Lost it. 10 seconds remaining on the power play as Kingston fires it right back down the ice. We played 4.5. No score yet. And the Battalion are going to go 0 for 1 on their first power play of the series. Van Steensel dumps it back into the Kingston zone. Plays it in front of the net. Bouncing puck controlled by the Frontnacs. But they turn it over. Van Steensel's there, and he fires it high. Picked up on the far side by Belanger. He gets it into the neutral zone. Wright makes a move. Passes to the right side to Murray. Murray takes a shot that's wide of the net. No shots yet recorded on net by the Frontnacs. Just the one for North Bay, and we are 5 minutes into the first period as the puck gets flipped over the glass and out of play, and some rough stuff taking place on the far side boards. the officials get in the way quickly. Not sure which players are involved for either team, but yeah, you didn't think it was going to take long for that to happen in this series.
No, if you remember way back when, it feels like a long time ago now for the troops, where they were in that first round series against the Kingston Frontnacs, year 2 that they were here. So 14-15, that first game ended up being a blowout for the Battalion, but Miles Liberati skating off the ice with the "Are you not entertained?" after having a fight with the Frontnacs. These two teams, although the players aren't the same, have a lot of history against each other, and they don't like each other too much. And quickly, coming into that first power play, the troops were 3 for 10 in the first round for 30%. As I mentioned, Kingston 8 for 20 at 60%.
There was no stoppage in play on that power play at all, but only the one shot to show for it. Now the Frontnacs on the counter attack here. They win the defensive zone draw, and they have control in the near side corner. Played around to the far side. And out of the zone, it's carried by Christopoulos. Christopoulos makes a move, tries to get around defender, but then he got blocked, and now it's the Frontnacs going the other way. Stewart drops it back behind his own blue line for Budnick. Budnick, who leads defensemen in plus-minus in the regular season, he throws a huge hit, knocking down Mitch Russell. So Budnick, although a rookie, really throwing his weight around here in the early going. Check that might have been Frasca on that hit on Russell. Back into the North Bay zone, it's Murray walking to the middle. The shot goes off the shoulder of Verbetic and then out behind the net and sent out of the zone. 5:45 gone to open the game, no score. Coe going down the other way for North Bay, flips it to Russell, save made, rebound chance, and Coe scores! Open the curtains and give the people what they paid for. The Brandon Coe Show starts now, and he gets the Battalion going in Game 1 against the Frontnacs.
Brandon Coe picking up where he left off for the first round as he scored a few goals against the Ottawa 67s, including none so more dramatic than that one with 2.5 seconds left on the clock in Game 2, and of course the overtime winner in Game 3. And one thing I would like to say, Matt, this is why Matt's the play-by-play guy, because he knows to say the Coe Show at that point. All I can say with 2.5 seconds left is, Coe scores! Brandon Coe scores! The Coe Show sounds a lot better.
I had to remember what the line was.
Yeah.
Sent down the ice. It's Podolou. Drops it back to Petrov. The shot. Big rebound. Big save made and a bigger rebound given up by the goaltender Miralainen, who kicks it in the corner. But a Battalion player in that corner, Podolou, I believe, gets hit hard. And now it's dished right back as Petrov runs down Thomas Budnick in the opposite corner. And Petrov is going to be penalized for that call. We are 6:15 into the first period, 1-0 North Bay, but now North Bay down by a man.
I mean, a bunch of smatterings of boos greet the officials after making that call, and of course that's just kind of the territory here, but I mean, when you just can't do that. What Petrov did, as this penalty kill is brought to you by pucksupport.com. Head on over to their website, check out some of their merch, and remember, there's always hope when it comes to the battle against mental health.
So 2 minutes on the clock for the Battalion in the Sid bin. It's Edmonds off the draw, plays it to the near side to right. He plays it down to Edmonds at the point, who skates into the circle. Now he finds right, down low, into the goal line. Now it's coming back up high by Frasca. He finds Edmonds, the shot gets through, but it's a save made by Verbetic and cleared down the ice by the Battalion. 5th goal of the postseason for Brandon Coe on that one. Coming off his Overage Player of the Year award. Here come the Frontnacs back into the zone. They've got control. It's Chromiak on the near side. Down to Edmonds. To the left side, the captain right. He holds it, skates to the middle, puts it in front. Loose puck, carried from behind the net. The centering pass, and that's denied. Now it's right on the near side. Centers it to Edmonds. Edmonds walking in to the circle, goes to the goal line, back up high to right, across the left side, one-time shot is stopped, rebound chance is denied on the doorstep as well, as Joe Verbetic makes a couple of huge saves here in the early going.
And the Kingston power play was something that clicked in the first round as well. They were 4 for 15 for 26.7% against the Generals. The Troops penalty kill was really what kind of sunk the 67s, because when they did get the man advantage, they only scored once in 10 attempts. So the Battalion clicking at a cool 90% on the penalty kill.
Face off to the far side in the North Bay zone. It comes back across to the near side. It's Soto in control. Down to the point. That's controlled by Parrish. Parrish to the left side. That is Belanger. Back to Parrish. One-time shot. Bouncing puck in. And Verbetic makes another save. Picked up on the far side by Mathurin. And he'll dump it down the ice. 40 seconds remaining on the North Bay penalty kill as Soto brings it back in for the Frontnacs. He gets stopped at the line, but the Frontnacs keep the puck on the right side of the blue line. It's Belanger. Plays it down low, now back up high. It's Belanger there again. He takes a shot, stopped in the middle, loose puck. Tarasevic gets tripped up trying to clear, and that'll be a penalty coming up against the Frontnacs as the Battalion dump the puck down the ice. The goaltender Miralainen touches the puck behind the net. And for 16 seconds, we'll get 4-on-4, and then we'll get another North Bay power play. Almost 8 minutes gone in the first. 1-0 North Bay.
Well, both power plays for both teams have looked dangerous in moments, so we'll see here if the Battalion can get things clicking, or if the Frontnacs can clamp things down on the penalty kill. After the 16 seconds here, that is 4-on-4 hockey. Be interesting to see as the Battalion come out here with 2 defensemen to start. You know that Winslow's going to have to get off at some point when it gets to that first power play unit, as Ty Nelson, Brandon Coe, and Kyle Jackson, who are all out there, will be staying out there for the duration.
The Frontnacs win the draw. They play it into the near side corner. That's Budnick. And Budnick will skate down his right wing, feeds it up ahead to Wright, who gets over the blue line. Shane Wright trying to drive towards the net, but he gets boxed out by Winslow. And skating through the zone is Jackson, as now it's a North Bay power play. It is over the line to Petrov. Petrov puts it in front. Jackson to the right side. The shot. Save made by the goaltender Miralainen. Jackson was right in front of the net. He had Miralainen down, and he sent it almost into the corner to Coe. And then Coe had a sharp angle shot. Here comes Petrov down the ice, makes a move, drives to the net, but then gets denied on the back check by the defense of the Frontnacs. 1:10 remaining in the North Bay power play. Nelson's shot goes wide. Picked up on the near side by Petrov. He centers it to Nelson, walking in. Save made by Miralainen. Flashing the leather on that one. 11:02 to go in the first. 1:01 remaining on the power play. North Bay up 1-0.
You know, we're coming into the series where I'd say the biggest glaring holes or difference between the two teams is goaltending, but Miralainen so far flashing the leather, looking absolutely outstanding is the word I was looking for on the power play, as we get another power play opportunity that's proudly supported by the Noah Strong campaign. Again, head on over to their website, find out if you're a donor, as April was Be a Donor Month, but this is now May hockey, which is strange to say here at Memorial Gardens.
The puck is cleared by the Frontnacs, and it's Ty Nelson who has it. Drops back behind his own blue line. He feeds it down the left wing for Jackson. Now up to Petrov as he crosses the line. He sends it into the corner. Jackson in tussle there. It moves around to the far side boards. It's picked up by Shane Wright of the Frontnacs and cleared down the ice. 30 seconds remaining on the North Bay power play. 10.5 to go in the first period. North Bay up 1-0 and still up by a man here. Their second power play of the game. Down the ice, here come the Battalion. They lose the puck on the half boards, and it's cleared, and it's Chromiak going in. He gets past Ladd. Chromiak on net. He gets denied by Verbetic, and Chromiak and Ladd go sliding hard into the net, knocking it off its moorings, and that will be a stoppage in play there. So, with 7 seconds remaining on the power play, I know it hasn't been a full power play technically, but Kingston have really buckled down when North Bay have had those chances so far.
They have indeed, and that's not the right person that you want to see coming down the ice with a potential breakaway Chromiak. Just like Petrov went first overall in the 2020 import draft, Chromiak went in the top 3 the year before. So it'll be, that he's a dangerous player out there. You don't like to see that at all, and you want to see the Battalion try and get more opportunities in the offensive zone. Kingston, though, doing a great job of adjusting on the fly.
And as we talked about, that was a big problem for them in the series against Oshawa. So far, looking like they will be 2 for 2 here with the face-off inside the North Bay zone. It's won by the Frontnacs. Murray to the point, to the left side. The shot comes in. That gets blocked in the middle, but out of the box comes Soto. And with under 10 minutes to play in the first period, it's 1-0, and we are back to 5-on-5. In the neutral zone, the Frontnacs control. That is Murray sending it up ahead to Ludwinski. He passes it to the far side off the boards. It's down to Parrish across to Murray. Shot save made, and then Verbenek went to glove it, but it went over his glove, keeping the puck alive briefly there for the Frontnacs. But now North Bay in control, and they do get it out of the zone. In the neutral zone, it's turned over though. Arcuri brings it back in. Over to Wisdom, back over to Arcuri, and it went behind him and over the line, and the Frontnacs had to retreat to stay on side here. They're all the way back in their own zone. Now they play it forward to Stewart. And Jackson Stewart dumps it into the near side. Hughes is there fighting for it. Lost it at the line and cleared again by North Bay. In the neutral zone, it is Thibodeau coming in. Finds Hughes back into the far side corner for Thibodeau. In front to Hughes. His shot goes wide of the net. Down to the point to Roger. He sends it around to the far side. At the line, that's Thibodeau playing it off the half boards. Frasca loses his foot, or check that Hughes loses his footing, and the Battalion are able to clear again. 8:38 to go in the first period. North Bay up 1-0 as they clear once again. They finally get it into the Frontnac zone. They had control of it briefly, but Murray takes it away from Podolou, and now Murray will skate out of the zone with it. His pass down the ice is blocked off the skate of Podolou, and now it's Shane Wright in his own zone looking for a lane to get it out of the area. He finds Murray, who skates down his right side. He's being pressured by Podolou, and Murray plays it to the far side. Podolou is a one-man forechecking crew here as the Frontnacs finally send it down the ice. It's gloved down by Verbenek, and he'll hold on to it for stoppage and play. Halfway through, 1-0 North Bay. Let's turn things over to Bob Coles.
Yeah, good pace, boys, in there. A couple of penalties, but good pace. Brandon Coe with the only goal, of course, and it looked like North Bay had seen something on the video leading to that Coe goal, because they tried that same play again, and they almost made it 2-0, but it's 1-0 at the midway break. Coming up in our first intermission, we'll hear from Battalion General Manager Adam Dennis. Of course, the OHL priority selection took place last week, and he made an appearance on your friendly podcast. And Courtney Kenny and Matt Sukram talked to Adam Dennis about some of the picks that the Battalion made in the priority selection. So it's been a busy week off the ice and on the ice, and I tell you, this place is jumping right now. The crowd into it early with North Bay up 1, boys.
Of course, we want it to be jumping because we all here in this broadcast booth remember what it was like in those first 2 seasons when the building felt like it was falling apart at the seams when it was sold out for those playoff runs. The building literally would shake, and it's slowly getting to those levels now, as this is probably, I would say this is a bigger crowd than we had on hand for Game 2 against the Ottawa 67s, Matt.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. I think this might be the biggest crowd we've had all season. We'll have to wait till the third period to see those numbers. However, they are making a lot of noise and really getting behind this Battalion team who leads 1-0, but they turn the puck over in their own zone. Wright had it, but then Wright got stripped of it by Podolou. Now Wright plays it in front of the net, kicked aside by Verbenek, picked up by Chromiak. He sends it to the point. Now back down low for Chromiak. He lost it. Winslow picks it up for North Bay behind the net. He sends it to the far side boards. Chipped ahead at the line. Kept in by the Frontnacs, but now turned over, and North Bay sends it up to Petrov. He skates through the neutral zone. Petrov in on net. Petrov pulled down the shot, and he can't get it past the goaltender Miralainen. Now Tarasevic to the right side. Petrov whips it in, but that one is stopped as well by Miralainen and cleared by the Frontnacs. 7:20 remaining in the first period. 1-0. North Bay lead. Pass down the left wing to Russell. Russell walking in. The shot is off the stick and high, but played in off the glass. Still inside the Frontnac zone. Picked up on the far side by the Frontnac's Wisdom. Gets it up ahead, and now he's chasing it through the neutral zone, but the Battalion knock it away from him, and they get it back up ahead to Jackson. Jackson lets it go by him, and now it's controlled by Haché in the Frontnac zone. Haché sends it to Murray down the left wing. Murray trying to find Wisdom coming in the zone, but Mathurin gets in his way, and Mathurin gets the puck away from him. That Wisdom and Nebraska Curry line has been quiet to this point. Here they come now. They must have heard me trying to make some noise, but a great back check by the forward Russell to get in the way of Wisdom's shot. Wisdom still on the left side, control the puck, sends it behind the net. They try to send it in front, but it's taken away by Brandon Coe. Coe finds Jackson through the neutral zone. He finds Russell coming in on the right side. Russell to Coe on the left side, drive to the net, takes a shot from a sharp angle, but the save is made by the goaltender Miralainen. 6:12 to go in the first period. 1-0 North Bay lead.
It's a little bit wild when you think about the Battalion and the Frontnacs playing in this game, because if you look back at the draft history, that's 3 first overall picks in this game. You got Shane Wright, who was the first overall pick in 2019 after being granted exceptional status, which of course is a big deal because that puts you in the same line of conversation as Connor McDavid, John Tavares, all those guys. And then of course the Battalion getting the first overall pick in 2020 with Ty Nelson, and then also getting first overall in the CHL import later that summer for Matvei Petrov.
And possibly a couple of NHL draft picks in this game as well. There are some that are NHL prospects and maybe some more on the way. Cleared to the neutral zone. The puck is picked up behind the blue line by Ben Roger. He tries to dump it out of the zone and he gets it to Belanger. Belanger down the left wing. A little poke check made by Christopoulos. And now it's Christopoulos who finds the puck at his own blue line. He feeds it up ahead to McDonald. McDonald feathers it across to Van Steensel. Going in, Van Steensel right on net, takes a shot, saving. Rebound chance, McDonald scores! And the officials are going to wave that off. It looked like Miralainen never had control of it, but the officials may have lost sight of it. And McDonald is leading the charge to the bench, and they're going to give them props, as if to say, hey, we know what happened. However, here's the crux of the issue. If the official blows the play down, that's it. It's dead. It doesn't matter what happens once the whistle goes, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because I'm not sure if the whistle went before McDonald started celebrating or not. I mean, you can't consider it goaltender interference because it's the Frontnacs player that did it. And the crowd is reacting really quickly here, so after seeing the replay.
Well, here's the thing. The puck went in the net. The puck went in the net. There's no denying that. However, it's where does the whistle go in relation to where the puck went in the net. And I feel bad for the official because the Battalion are taking a long time to go to the face-off circle, and the official is just kind of standing there.
I can't really say I blame them. I mean, from their advantage point, you know, they just got a goal taken away from them. So yeah. I understand and Ryan Houlihan, head coach, there sitting down at the front, you know, looking across the ice, being like, come on, what's going on? I wonder if they could challenge it maybe, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this one because, you know, the Battalion could be up 2-0, and that's the difference in this game as opposed to being up 1-0. And we'll have to see what happens here, but the way it looked to me, again, like we mentioned, Miralainen didn't have control of it.
So I'm told that it's the intent of when the whistle should have gone, and, you know, if the official doesn't see it or loses sight of the puck, I mean, that's unfortunately where the...
That's some baseball nonsense right there. Like, oh, did he intend to swing at the ball? Okay, well, it's a check, you know, like, that's some baseball nonsense. Oh, he intended to blow the whistle. Okay, cool. Like, you know.
I intended to hit a home run.
Yeah,
however.
So I guess I'm circling the bases, guys. Like, well, you know what? I'll go out there on the ice and say, I intend to win 4 games in a row, so I guess we're done here, right? Like,
so
we're already on to the 3rd round.
But I mean, it's a tough one for the officials, right? It's if the whistle blows, because then technically the play is done, so Kingston doesn't have a chance to defend, right? If they hear the whistle and then the puck goes in, so.
Oh yeah, I mean in that sense, yeah. If the whistle, and that's the thing where it's like black or white. Did the whistle go off or did it not?
Yeah.
Not this wishy-washy. I managed to, or I wanted to do it.
And
but
where was the puck when the whistle went? Right. I mean, if McDonald is in the middle of taking a shot when the whistle goes,
the Battalion have a legitimate gripe.
Right?
Yeah,
so,
the Battalion have a legitimate gripe for that.
Anyway.
But the play is under review here, so we'll see what happens. They're looking at it.
We encourage you to log on to YouTube, whether you're listening in the building right now. We appreciate you doing that. Whether you're like our good friend Jason listening up in Timmins, we appreciate you doing that. Whether you're down in Southern Ontario and just hanging out, really got nothing else to do, and you're
Blue
listening
Jays
to
rained
us. The Blue Jays are rained out, so you might as well tune in to Battalion Hockey.
I hear there's even some people in enemy territory in Sudbury listening right now, so...
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why,
Excellent.
but hey, thanks for joining the cool team.
Yeah, we want to give a shout out and say hi to everyone. And if you are just tuning in, just letting you know that there's a play under review. The Battalion the Battalion put the puck in the net, but the official blew the play down, didn't see the puck, and now they're trying to decide where the puck was when the whistle was blown. The call on the ice was no goal.
Yeah,
so now they have to have enough evidence to overturn
That's
it.
exactly what I was just about to say. You have to have conclusive evidence. It looks like we're getting ready to make a decision here. Yeah.
And it's a goal. It's 2-0. North Bay in the first. Kyle McDonald is going to get credit for that one. And the North Bay Battalion, on just an awkward circumstance, will take a 2-0 lead.
We'll like that. I'll take it. That's interesting. And now Kingston, Luca Caputi, Maple Leafs legend, I'll have you know. Luca Caputi, the head coach of the Kingston Frontnacs, is getting his little rant into the guys in stripes. This reminds me a few years ago of the Owen Sound Attack had there was a no-goal call on the Owen Sound Attack. It was reviewed. It was determined it was no goal. The Owen Sound Attack asked for another review, and then it was reviewed again, and it was determined a good goal.
I remember that, yeah.
I mean, I can understand how frustrating that would be if you see, it's no goal, and then all of a sudden it's a goal on the opposing side.
So Kyle McDonald had 3 goals in that first playoffs, or in that first series against Ottawa. He'll add another one. So play back underway. The Battalion now leading 2-0 in game 1. They've got control of the puck in the Frontnacs zone. It's Coe to Jackson. Playing in front of the net. Coe has it as he drops back to the blue line. Across to the left side to Winslow. Winslow back to Coe. Going in the middle. Now he turns to the left side half boards. Now he plays it in front of the net. Russell's right there. Loose puck. The whistle goes. And this time, no one is able to put it in the net before or after the whistle.
Well, Sarge is standing behind the net doing the good. He was doing the good goal sign there. So, if we're going by his rules, it's now 3-0 hockey game. Yeah, exactly. 3-0 Battalion lead. Just kidding, it's 2-0. With goals from Kyle McDonald most recently on a really awkward situation kind of thing, and Brandon Coe starting off the goal scoring earlier here this period.
So that one is Kyle McDonald's 3rd goal of the postseason.
There we go.
Yeah.
Math is hard.
He had 2 in the series against Ottawa. He's got 1 here in the opener against the Frontnacs with 4:45 to go in the first period as the Frontnacs clear it down the ice. They're looking to get 1 on the board before the first 20 are up. It is Liam Arnsby who steals the puck. He gets it up ahead to McDonald. McDonald racing down the right wing side. McDonald to the net. Big shot, save made, but Thurin with the rebound. Chance goes just wide. McDonald tries to play it in front of the net. It bounces off the skate of Arcuri, and the Dallas Stars draft pick gets it out of the zone. And then McDonald never cleared the zone, or check that Van Steensel never cleared the zone. And so he touched the puck, and they're going to call offside against the Battalion. 4:18 to go in the first period. 2-0 North Bay on 13 shots.
Well, we have a little bit of interesting hockey legend in the building, and Bob Coles is really excited about it. Daniel Briere's here tonight, scouting for the Philadelphia Flyers. And, of course, when the teams that are kind of on the lower end of things and you're facing off against a Shane Wright, lots of eyes are going to be on you. So here's a big series for a lot of Battalion players to improve their draft stock here before the draft in June.
Sent into the near side. In the corner. Couple of hard stick checks made. Wakely along the boards. Couple of players battle for it. Edmonds, he lets it go past him. And it's onto the stick of Hughes, and he gets it out of the Frontnacs zone. He's racing down the ice. Hughes in front of the North Bay net. His backhanded shot is blocked by Romani, getting in the way of that one. Down to the point, now fired in. Around behind the net. To the near side, that's Stewart. He plays it to Ludwinski. Sent around back to the near side. It's Outwater gets in the way, and he gets it out of the zone. That's up ahead to Romani. Romani going in by himself. Takes a shot and sends it over the glass and out of play. 3:27 to go in the first. 2-0 North Bay.
A little bit of back and forth action here as the Battalion lead in the shot category 13-6, and overall in the score 2-0 as well over the Frontnacs. So, but it's been a bit of back and forth stuff since that little bit of a delay in the game thanks to the goal call or the goal review. But we'll see if the action picks up a little bit more here. Nope, as we get a quick offside call, as it looked like Ty Nelson had kept it away from going into the opposing zone for the Battalion, but they were going to get a quick offside call anyways.
Yeah, that was a weird one. Anyway, they'll reset in front of the Frontnacs bench. North Bay win the draw. Winslow brings it in and chips it ahead right to the goaltender Miralainen. It goes into the corner. The puck comes down to the near side. Thibodeau battling for the Frontnacs, and he's got some help as Ben Roger comes in and gets it out of the zone. Feeds it up ahead to Thibodeau, over the line to Soto, back to Thibodeau down low, and then Nelson pushes him off the puck and will calmly take the puck to the near side boards, and he clears the zone for North Bay. He gets it right onto the stick to Tarasevich. Tarasevich gets blocked from going in the zone, and then it's dumped in. And now they're again saying North Bay never cleared the zone.
Oh, okay, that one's silly because Petrov did. Petrov was the one furthest into the Battalion zone. He got out to the blue line. I didn't see any other green sweaters in there, so that's a strange call right there.
2:53 to go in the first. North Bay up 2-0. As you were saying before, 4 members of the OHL Cup champion Don Mills Flyers on this ice tonight. Christopoulos and Arnsby for the Battalion. Wright and Arcuri for the Frontnacs.
Yeah, that was a big team, of course. You know, a lot of picks in the OHL draft. Alex Christopoulos, who was also part of the Battalion, is now with the Windsor Spitfires. Was part of it.
I believe that was the entire team that got drafted that year.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. And even their goaltender, his name escapes me now, who passed away, he got drafted. The overall, that was his number. So a great job for the OHL to honor him.
Coe down to the line, sends it in behind the Frontnacs net. He finds Russell back there. Russell twists and turns, looking for an outlet pass. He sends it to the half-boards on the far side, and he picks a puck up himself there. Now he sends it to the point for Ladd. Ladd dumps it in the corner. It's picked up by Murray. Murray trying to get it out of the zone. He sends it to the point. Mathurin keeps it in. He finds Coe on the near side boards. Coe being held on the outer hash marks of the circle. He sends it into the corner. Now back to Coe. Coe plays it in front, across to Jackson, the shot, big save made by the goaltender Miralainen, who had to come out to his glove side and just barrel down on that shot from Jackson. North Bay in their own zone with the puck, they send it back into the Frontnacs end. 1:50 remaining, 2-0 in the first period for North Bay. It's on the far side boards, McDonald can't hold the line, and it's cleared by the Frontnacs as Paul Christopoulos chases it down for North Bay, gets it back to the red line to McDonald, but he lost control of it, and now it's the Frontnacs in control, looking to get it out of their zone. Sending it down the ice, it's Frasca. Frasca gets pushed by Nelson and knocked off the puck, and then Nelson throws him into the boards hard. Nelson looking for control of the puck. The puck goes to the far side, at the line, kept in, Wisdom there. But as he tries to blindly pass it back into the zone, the Battalion get in the way of a couple of passes here. And now a couple of hard stick checks behind the play. And Arcuri is going to get called here. I believe roughing, as he was getting... And it is 2 minutes for roughing, as him and Arnsby were really going at it behind the play there.
Yeah, and this another power play is proudly supported you by the Noah Strong campaign. Again, head on over to their website at noahstrong.ca to make sure you're an organ donor. And also check out their new merchandise that they have at Skaters Edge Shorts for Sports. And one thing I wanted to say on the Don Mills conversation, he didn't play for the team, but he is an alumni as he played for the year prior. Battalion netminder Joe Verbetic is also a Don Mills Flyer alum.
The Battalion win the draw. Down to Nelson. Nelson walking in, takes a shot, and it's blocked. Big rebound goes to the right side of the zone. That's Coe there. Across to the near side, Petrov. Petrov walking in and cleared out of the zone. A minute and a half remaining on the North Bay power play. Their third of the game. With 35 seconds remaining in the period. The Frontnacs will clear it out of the zone. And it'll go the length of the ice. And the Battalion decided not to touch it because Nelson high-sticked it, but it was almost a dangerous decision as Wisdom came around from behind the net and tried to play it in front. The save was made by Verbetic, and then the Battalion touched it, and the officials called high stick anyway.
I have an optometrist appointment coming up here in a week or so. Do they want to go with me? Because some guy.
Yeah, I feel bad for him there. I mean, no, but the faceoff should not be inside the North Bay zone. That should be at least behind the blue line, if not at center ice.
And that's what Ryan Houlihan's pleading right now for the Battalion. Like, it was not a high stick. The Battalion let him play.
But
and then they let him play.
Negated, yeah. So now, however, that was a dangerous decision because they let Zane Wisdom take the puck and then almost put it in the net. So
and Wisdom will tell me he's a pretty good player.
Yeah. 10 seconds to go as the Frontnacs get a shot off the draw. It goes wide of the net, and now the Battalion pick it up, sending it down the ice. And now it's turned over the blue line. Wisdom had a chance to go on a breakaway. He didn't take that chance. Drops it back. Now they come in the zone, and they shoot it high and wide as time expires. 20 minutes in the books. 2-0 North Bay in Game 1.
Very interesting first period for the two teams as we had the Battalion who, on the shot clock, looked like they dominated play for the majority of it as a 16-7 in the period, but very back and forth period. The Battalion come out 2-0. And to take you in an even more in-depth dive is our wonderful intermission team of Bob Coles and Derek Linneman. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Courtney. Yes, 2-0 North Bay. Great start. And just like we said, North Bay would be very rusty in that first period. Not exactly. Good period for the troops. And around the OHL, just one other game tonight, by the way, Game 1 of the Sioux Flint series. Firebirds up 2-0 after one period. And as for this one, it's also 2-0. Shots were 16-7 Battalion. 0 for 1 on the power play for the visitors, 0 for 3 for the Battalion. Faceoffs won 14-8 in favor of North Bay. The two goals, Brandon Coe's fourth from Mitchell Russell and Kyle Jackson at 5:53. Then the disputed goal, which wasn't called a goal originally and then was reversed. And Derek's got some info on that. Kyle McDonald's third from Owen Van Steensel and Paul Christopoulos at 14:28. Those penalties delay a game for Paul Ledwinski at 2:30 for Kingston. Matvey Petrov for interference at 6:15. Matthew Soto for tripping at 7:59. And Francesco Arcuri for roughing at 18:48. By the way, 36-92 on the 50-50 already. It's not Edmonton Oilers, but it's got a good crowd here tonight, and they're loud and vocal and having fun, and the home team's up 2-0, and they'll be on the power play for 48 seconds when we start the second period. Derek, let's break down the, first of all, we thought there was some concern North Bay could be a little rusty, not having played in 9 days, but no signs of that.
no signs of that. And I think what really helped was Kingston picked up a delay of game penalty 2:30 into that first period. It gave North Bay Battalion that first power play. They did not score on it, but they got some confidence. They got some puck movement. They were able to get their legs under them, and it just worked the rust off. And then they just rolled from there on in with that confidence, picking up a couple nice goals. And just ultimately, I really like the team speed North Bay has. It looks like they haven't had that 10 days off. It's almost like Kingston was the team that was a little rusty there in that first period.
And Brandon Coe got the goal, the winner of the Leo Lalonde Trophy for the Overager of the Year, and he's picked up where he left off in the Ottawa series with a goal. And talk about the second goal, because originally it was waved off, scored by Kyle McDonald. Then I guess Ryan Houlihan appealed the call, and they reviewed it, and a reverse. And North Bay wins the reverse.
Yeah, I was right down there ringside. I went to the penalty box for the review of the play, and the initial call was goalie interference on the North Bay Battalion player, Owen Van Steensel. As he went through the crease, the goaltender was on the far side, so it looked like Van Steensel pulled the goaltender with him through the crease, which let the puck sit there for McDonald to tuck into the net for that second goal. So initially, the referees decided it was not a goal on the ice. There's no contact with upstairs. It's no goal. Houlihan thought maybe a challenge was necessary, and with that challenge, the referees were able to review it on the iPad at the penalty box, and definitely you could see that it was the Kingston player bringing Marilyn off the puck himself, and the puck clearly crossed the line. So a good job all around. Great call by Houlihan for that challenge and allowing the referees to to overturn that call. And it's 2-0 after 20 minutes of play. A big decision in that first period.
Well, and keep in mind in the NHL they go to Toronto to decide every call, right? But in the OHL they do it in arena until the third round. So in this round, it's like the regular season. It's done. Replays done by across from us, and then they will look at the tablets on offside calls or goaltender interference, or like we had in that situation there with the Kingston netminder. The Battalion seem to be they've seen something on video, because they've tried the same play 4 or 5 times when they pass it to the corner, and figuring Marilyn isn't right on his angles, right? And the first one was scored that way, and Coe almost got another one the same way later.
Yeah, and it's almost like just the angles in this building is weird. That first goal came off a nice rebound pass off of the pad, and Coe just put it in before Marilyn was able to get across. And I really think that the Battalion have seen something in this Kingston Frontnacs that the defense just can't handle the angles and the speed of the North Bay Battalion forwards.
Okay, earlier this week, Frontline Podcast, the guest was Adam Dennis, the hosts, Courtney Kenny, and our own Matt Sukram sitting in as co-host, and the guest was Adam Dennis, as I say, and the subject was this year's priority selection, specifically what the North Bay Battalion did. So let's go to that now from earlier this week.
It's the Frontline Podcast. We're back after a bit of a strange hiatus because, the team was kind of in Ottawa last week, so it was a little bit hard to do anything, but it was well worth it, of course. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Matt Sukram, who's in the co-host seat for this one. So thank you very much, Matt, for joining us here for this. Yeah, it's going to be a great episode. So we'll dive right in right away. Adam, did something special or important happen at all this weekend? I can't quite remember.
Yeah, it's kind of gets forgotten when you're in the playoffs, doesn't it? But no, we had our annual priority selection, and we feel pretty good about the work that we did.
Yeah, I just wanted to dive in. First one I have, because I talked to you both days, but the first question I had, because we've gone over it a few times on here, Adam Dennis, former goaltender. I wanted to ask you about your guy you took in the 4th round, McIver, there, because the last time there was a guy with McIver on his last name at the Battalion, worked out pretty good. What do you got 2 good goalies in Joe and Dom right now. You have Charlie coming up, hopefully Charlie Robertson at some point. What do you like about this kid?
I mean, for me, what really separated Michael this year was his interview. I just really felt comfortable with the personality and felt that he kind of aligned with some of the thoughts that I felt is important to have in a goalie. And ultimately, I feel like he's got a winning mentality. His team, from a young age, has been one of the best at the age group, and he's won a lot of games and played well in some big moments this year. So ultimately, it's a pressure-packed position, and that was really one of the big things. I thought it was a great goalie year too. So I really just felt that like most teams, we wanted to make sure that we got one of the good goalies from this year, and we feel like we did.
For some people, this is where they get all their battalion news. So why don't we go from the top down? This kid joins the long list of let's make it fun for Matthew to pronounce their last names. Your first round draft pick, Ethan Prosizin. Is that how you pronounce it?
Procession. So like a wedding procession.
Got it. Okay, and we'll never forget it again. Ethan Procession from the North Central Predators U16 AAA, 20th overall. What did Adam Dennis and the front office for the battalion really feel that they liked about Ethan here?
Well, for me, this guy just screams battalion. I mean, he's a big-bodied player that plays with a lot of smarts. He plays a full game. He plays both ends of the ice. Very versatile. I saw him a lot playing on the wing, but we feel like he's more of a center and will probably be a center when he gets later on in his career. But there's not much that he doesn't do well. He skates well. He's got great set of hands. And he's a big, strong guy, which, he's got some room to fill out as well. So he may even get bigger, which I think in this league and in the situation that we're in right now, going into a playoff series, you can't have enough guys like that, especially down the middle. So he's a really good kid that really enjoyed coming up for his visit up here. And I think he's going to really be a nice add to the mix of young players that we already have.
Yeah, and he got to play in a couple of games at the U18 level. How much do you think that really helps in a player's development to get to be able to play, even if it's just for a couple of games, but to get to be able to play with kids that much older than them when they haven't even been drafted it yet, and just kind of seeing, okay, this is what I'm looking at going into next year?
Yeah, I think it's for sure a big addition. I mean, for us, he was a guy that I got to see quite a bit. So if you ever saw me not at the rink, there was a good chance that I was in Aurelia at one of the North Central games on a Sunday. And watching the North Central team, they were a team of interest for me right from the start. They didn't have the best season though, so they didn't get into the OHL Cup. So initially, I felt like there was a chance that Ethan may drop to us, and then he did start playing in the Tier 2 loop and started playing really well. So there was a little bit of concern that maybe now some teams were going to pick up on him a little bit more, because you're right, he played really well at that level with the Collingwood Blues, and wasn't meant to be a guy that played regularly right into the playoffs, but a couple games in the regular season, and the team really decided that he was a guy that they couldn't do without for the playoff run.
I also think that's a great example for a lot of players, and we'll talk about this a little bit later on in the podcast, especially with the local players, but showing that just because the team maybe doesn't get to those prestigious tournaments doesn't mean someone's not watching you. And when you're at that U16 level, bring it every single night, because there's eyes on you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's evidenced even further with I know there's a lot of talk every year if players should leave North Bay to go down south to play hockey. And I thought this version of the North Bay Trappers team just did a great job of showing that you don't need to do that you can get lots of exposure playing up here. And really cool to see. One of my colleagues for a while, and one of my good buddies, Scott Ray, his son Mason, getting drafted today, not today, but a couple days ago, was really a big source of pride for our whole staff.
Moving on from Ethan, and of course, I'm sure we'll talk about Mason Ray at some point, because he's an electrifying player, and of course, the situation where it is a little bit close to home with the battalion, although being taken by the Bulldogs. Jacob Therrien, I know when some people see the size of him or the height of him, they might think, okay, old school, that he's not going to fit in hockey, but obviously that's not how it is nowadays. I mean, look at a guy like your captain on your team. He came in as a smaller guy, and he's a guy I wouldn't want to go into a corner with right now. So
yeah, it's funny. I feel like I've had to answer this question in each of the last 3 years, first with Liam, then with Ty, and now with Jacob. But, I think all three of them, and Jacob's included, they play way above their size. And, we drafted Jacob feeling that he's very confident that he could play in the OHL as is. And, he plays a big game. He's got a really good center of balance, which I think surprises some of the bigger guys, because we watched him a lot this year, and he doesn't often come out on the wrong side of those collisions. So I think it shows the strength that he has, and his balance on his feet, which really helps him in his game.
Next guy you took, we talked about it a little bit, but when you see that Mississauga Senators name after the season they just had, you get a little bit of attention there, and to nab, a defenseman, and from what I've heard, one of their, key players, Braden Turley, in the third round. Take us through what he's like.
Yeah, it was something that after taking the two forwards, we really wanted to key in on a defenseman. And to be honest, shocked that Braden was still there. He was a guy that, when you don't own a second round pick, there's a group of guys that you almost write off a little bit, because you pick and you don't have another pick for another 25 picks. And we certainly felt that Braden would have been gone in between our two picks, but in between our, so to have him be there in the third round, it was certainly a nice surprise. And what he brings, he's a great mobile defenseman. He plays both ways. He can contribute offensively, but he's also very difficult to play against, which, if you look at the current version of the Battalion decor, very similar, and he definitely fits that mold.
Well, great insight there from General Manager Adam Dennis on the Frontline podcast, Derek. And you can hear the Frontline podcast. Great guests every week with Courtney Kenny and Tom Parise, Matt Sukram sitting in this week. And wherever you get your podcast, check out the Frontline podcast for all Battalion information. So, not a lot of spots, quite frankly, that Adam Dennis really had to hit home runs with. This team is so deep. Looking forward to next year. It's all about developing, stockpiling good young talent to just replenish what they have. But there's a lot on the ice right now that there aren't going to be a lot of extra spots available come training camp time.
No, and it's more about restocking the cabinet with recruits instead of trying to replace guys for next year. What was nice about this draft was Adam Dennis was really able to take the best player that was mostly available at that time that fit the prototype that they were looking for. You weren't going out to fill a goaltending role. You weren't going out to fill a defenseman role. You weren't looking for anything in particular. It was about restocking with prototype North Bay Battalion players that will come in here and just bleed green, as in what Oulahan's looking for.
Of course, game 2 of this series, Sunday afternoon at 2. We'll have it for you on your game day broadcast starting at 1:50. Then games 3 and 4 in Kingston, Tuesday and Thursday. 2-0 here, 2-0 in Florida, with Tampa trailing the Buds. And judging by the reaction, it's like a home game for the Leafs. A lot of Canadians, large C Canadians, not small C Canadians, are at that game cheering for the Leafs. So good stuff for the Leafs. They're up 2-0, trying to take a 2-1 lead. Battalion up 2-0, trying to win game 1. And what are you expecting in the second, Derek?
I want to see more of the same from the North Bay Battalion. Keep using your speed, force the game out wide, and just keep clogging up the middle of the ice in your own zone. Don't let those power forwards that the Kingston Frontnacs have get their way in the middle of the ice. Keep them outside, and Joe Verbetic is just going to stay on top of his game there.
Well, should be an interesting second period. Of course, Courtney Kenny is providing the color, and Matt has the call, so we'll throw it to them.
Thank you very much, Bob and Derek, for taking us through the first intermission. And, of course, Adam Dennis, who unwillingly was our guest, as he was on the podcast. So a lot of great insight from him as we get ready for the next 20 minutes of play with the Battalion up 2-0. As Bob said, the troops lead 16-7 in the goal category. And a lot of exciting times here at North Bay Memorial Gardens, here with another 40 minutes of hockey to go, as the troops are going to be starting with that top line of Coe, Russell, and Jackson. And
they gotta wait. People aren't back in their seats yet from the stack lines.
it's almost like watching a Leafs game. Oh wait, that's all the time.
All right, we're done. It's not gonna get any better than that, folks.
And we can stop broadcasting.
All right, Battalion have the man advantage, and it's Nelson from his own zone racing through the middle, down the left side, back to Petrov, drops it back to Jackson. Petrov in front to Russell. He scores! Mitchell, the hustle, fires it in. It's 3-0 North Bay, and that's their first power play goal of the game.
What is with the North Bay Battalion in these playoffs and scoring goals where the goalie knocks the net off? Because they did that with Brandon Coe's goal in the Game 2 winner with, I remind you, 2.5 seconds left on the clock, which is absolutely amazing. And here the Battalion get a great power play goal as well. Right off the hop, with only 22 seconds played in the second period on the power play. And the net came off its mooring, but after the goal, or the puck had crossed the line, as Shane Wright's looking for an explanation at center ice right now.
Yeah, and I wonder if that one is going to get reviewed. And I'm not sure if Derek and Bob mentioned it in the intermission, but the reason the goal in that first period was allowed, the McDonald one, was the original call was goaltender interference, and Ryan Olahan challenged it and obviously won that challenge, so there was no goaltender interference on that play.
Well,
so,
there is goaltender interference, but it's your own player that barreled into you, not a guy in green, as it sounds like it is under review.
So as we get a look at it, we got the overhead camera view. Miralainen knocks into his right side post first as he's coming back across to his left side, and it's on that movement across the blue paint that the puck, or that the net comes off, but it's because he pushes off with his right side, and his right side was basically lined up against the post. So, I mean, I don't see how you can't say that's not a goal.
Yeah, me too. I'm kind of with you on that one, because it's not like the Battalion knocked the net off, or, a player knocked it off. It was the goaltender who did it, as it looks like we're going to get a decision right here from the referees. And it's a good goal, which, again, couldn't see how it couldn't have been, but that's just me anyways, as Luka Caputi again looking for a bit of an explanation here. And you can tell he's not going to be very happy after this game with the officiating. But I think that's the right call. And that's, not because I'm here broadcasting for the Battalion. I just think that's the right call, because I didn't see anything wrong with that. The puck still crossed where the net would have been. So anyways, we're back under action here with 30 seconds gone in the second period.
The Kingston Frontnacs are looking for a pushback here. They play it to the far side. Murray has it at the Battalion blue line. He flips it along the boards and into the corner. The Battalion trying to dig it out of that corner. Into the middle of the zone. Cleared out of the zone by McDonald. Parrish picks it up, dumps it back in. Into the North Bay zone. There's a hard hit from behind, but Ladd won't get called for that one. He basically ran down Edmonds there in the zone. Long pass down the ice, and Vance Diesel was falling down as he went over the blue line. Couldn't get back up in time, and he ended up on the wrong side of the blue line, so they're going to call offside there.
He got tripped by that darn phantom blue line again. It's funny how many players trip over that line.
So 1:01 gone in period number 2. North Bay up 3-0, and they are out shooting the Frontnacs 17-7 at this point of the game. Yeah, the Frontnacs just 7 shots in that opening first period. 7 shots isn't awful, but compared to the 16 that North Bay had, they, the ice seemed a little tilted in that regard. And now it's the Frontnacs back in control of the puck as they move it into the North Bay zone from the blue line. Hache fires it in. It goes over the glass and out of play. And so we'll have another stoppage, almost a minute and a half in. And for the Frontnacs, they've had some good rushes, but it's really been that top line of Chromiak, Wright, and Edmonds. The second line of our Curry, Frasca, and Wisdom came on at the end of the period, but the Battalion have been getting some good matchups against the bottom two lines of the Kingston Frontnacs in this contest.
Yeah, and you don't want to look too far ahead of anything, but it'll be interesting to see how that works when the tables are flipped for games 3 and 4 when they're in Kingston and Kingston has final change.
Icing called against North Bay, so the Frontnacs will get another draw here. And I thought early on that the Frontnacs were winning quite a few of the face-offs, especially in the North Bay zone, but they weren't really able to do a lot with that puck off those draws.
Well, yeah, that was one of the things that I was given my scouting report on Shane Wright, is that he struggled in the face-off dot recently. But Shane Wright is only one of 4 centers on this team, so to keep doing it against everyone is going to be impressive for the troops, especially as we know they haven't been the strongest in the face-off dot all year, Matt.
Playback underway. Hughes has it behind the net. He gets checked by Wakely, and the puck goes into the far side corner. There's a hit thrown, the puck to the point. That's kept in the zone by Brudnick, and he fires it, or check that Budnick, and he fires it wide of the net. Stewart back at the blue line. He fires it in. That also goes wide. Now Budnick pinching in to the half boards, plays it in behind the net. It's picked up by North Bay, and the troops, I guess they didn't clear. Coming into the zone late was Wisdom, and he knocked the puck down, but now his stick comes flying out of his hands, and the Battalion are able to get the puck out of the zone this time. And it's Wakely down the right side, fires it in towards the netminder Miralainen, and he holds on to it for a stoppage in play.
Actually, what happened with Wisdom, oh my God, this is my favorite commercial that's played at Memorial Gardens here, is the one for the boat where they just like, oh, you want to have your ears bleed? Here you go. Here's the horn from the boat. Anyways, what happened was Wisdom's stick got caught in Lucan's skates in the hole underneath where the blade is, so it was kind of stuck there, and Christopoulos was able to knock it out and sent it flying, and then kind of worked for the Battalion.
There's a shot coming in, and Miralainen makes another save there. The Battalion have done a really good job, no matter where they've been on the ice at this point, whether they're taking shots from that sharp angle on the goal line, whether it's been from the blue line, a lot of stuff is getting through. And I'm sure that Luca Caputi and the coaching staff at the Frontnacs are going, guys, postseason, block some shots.
Yeah, if you're not black and blue by the end of the playoffs, I don't care if it's you only play 4 games in the first round or you play, 20 to get to the finals. You better be coming out of your series black and blue.
Off the draw, Winslow to Nelson, one-timer, and the save is made. Again, a puck from the blue line getting through, but that time Miralainen was able to stop it. The puck clears the zone, and it's Nelson chasing it down. Across to the near side to Winslow, back up ahead to Coe. Coe through the neutral zone to Russell, coming in over the blue line. Russell drops it back for Jackson. Jackson tried to center it, but it went behind the forward Russell, and now it's a 2-on-1 the other way. It's Frasca down the right side. Frasca shot blocker save made by Verbetic. It comes up to the blue line. Coe has it. He drops it to Winslow. Winslow ahead to Russell, and Russell backhands it in towards the net, but then played out quickly by, looked like Budnick there. Sent down the ice into the North Bay zone, picked up by Van Steensel of the Battalion. He sends it down to the right side to McDonald. McDonald going in behind the net. It's picked up by the Frontnacs Roger, and Roger gets it out to the neutral zone. Carrying it down is Lucas Edmonds. Edmonds plays it in behind the net. Grayson Ladd is there for North Bay. He turns it over, centering pass, and that stopped. Hache at the blue line. His shot gets blocked as well, and the Battalion get out of the zone with the puck there. It's Van Steensel down the right wing side. He plays it into the far side corner. McDonald battling right. McDonald down to the point. The shot comes in. That goes wide of the net. Played on the near side. McDonald turns and fires, and the save is made by the goaltender Miralainen. So a good push back there from the Frontnacs. Maybe an even better one from the Battalion on the counterattack.
Absolutely, and the Frontnacs, for them, it's just good to see that they have some life after giving up that third goal quickly in this period with only 20-some seconds in the second period. So the Frontnacs, if you're Luca Caputi, you want to see your team give a little bit of pushback, and the Battalion to weather this storm a little bit. Will do wonders for their confidence here moving into this best of 7.
Potelou to take the draw for the Battalion, lining up against Alec Belanger. Inside the right side circle in the Frontnac zone, the puck is dropped, and it's just stuck in the middle as a couple of guys come in to collapse on the area. And digging it out of that area is Podolou. He goes in the corner, avoids a hard hit, sends it to the point to Christopoulos. He takes a shot, that goes wide of the net. On the far side is picked up by Petrov. He takes a shot, save made. It's Tarasevic with the puck. He tries to send it to the point, but it deflects off his stick and goes out of play. 15:40 remaining in the second period. North Bay up 3-0. 2 in the first and 1 here in the second.
Battalion again out shooting the Frontnacs 21-8 here. As we get some clapping in the gardens right now as Radio Gaga's playing, and a lot of Queen fans anywhere you can go, especially here at Memorial Gardens. Saw a few across the way. And who doesn't like a little bit of Radio Gaga?
Sent down the ice off the draw into the North Bay zone, and that will be icing called. Might be my, I don't know, that might be my favorite Queen song.
There's a lot of people that'll
Show
say
must
Bohemian
go on.
Show must go on.
I know
Yep.
Bohemian is the popular choice, but yeah.
I like Hammer to Fall.
Great tune.
Or it'll come to me later. We have a hockey game going on.
4.5 in, and the Frontnacs win the draw again. This time they will carry it out, and it is carried by Budnick going all the way into the goal line. Now it's centered in front and turned aside by Verbetic. Puck comes to the near side boards. It's down to Parrish. He takes a shot. Glove save made by Joe Verbetic, and I believe that, just his second save of this period, I believe.
Yep.
There's a little discrepancy between the goal clock in the rink and the shot clock on the online sheet here. Anyway, 15:15 remaining in the second, 3-0 North Bay.
Well, and as we've found out over our career broadcasting the Battalion, Matt, is we don't even really know what a shot on goal is either. So, but as of right now, according to the official stats, Joe Verbetic with his second shot, and I would say it hasn't been many shots on goal at all for the Frontnacs.
Playback underway. Wakely gets the puck out of the zone. He dumps it in, and it's chased by Owen Outwater. This line has got a lot of ice time already in this game for the North Bay Battalion, and they're likely to get more if the score remains this way. There's a shot wide of the net. Christopoulos walks in and fires it wide. On the far side boards, it's picked up by the Frontnacs, and they've got numbers the other way. Leading the charge, Thibodeau. His shot goes off the shoulder of Verbetic and over the glass and out of play. 14:42 to go, 3-0 North Bay.
Well, one thing I have to say about this Battalion team that's wonderful and really fun to watch is that they never give up on a play. You know, of course, everyone wants to go and score and, get that pretty goal and pad your stats. But Owen Outwater, it was a 2-on-1 developing there, and Outwater got back really quick and was able to kind of break it up. But the shot, it didn't end up becoming a 2-on-1. Because of Outwater's attempt, and the shot came in from the player with the breakaway, or not the breakaway, but the partial break. So it makes it easier on your goaltender of Joe Verbetic if you're able to break up a 2-on-1 like that, and everyone commits defensively.
Sent towards Verbetic, and he'll just cover it up on that play as well. In the face-off circle, North Bay outdrawing the Frontnacs 20-12 to this point of the game, with 5.5 gone in the second. 3-0 North Bay lead.
How many times have we been able to say that this year, that the Battalion are outdrawing a team? Not very often.
Especially by that much. There's a shot off the draw and a save made, gloved down by Joe Verbetic, and another one coming up here for the Frontnacs in the offensive zone, and they will get their big line out there. Wright, Chromiak, and Edmonds will come out to line up against North Bay's big line of Jackson, Russell, and Coe. Taking the draw in the defensive zone is Jackson, and he wins it, drops it back for Ladd. Ladd behind the net, lost control of the puck. Now Chromiak centers it. There's some room in front of the net, but then it's pushed aside and cleared out of the area and out of the zone by the Battalion. It's Brandon Coe racing towards the puck down the ice. Coe throws a hit, but Murray stays on his feet. The puck goes to the far side, kept in the zone by Mathurin. He gives it to Russell. Russell drops back to the line and now plays it to the right side to Ladd. Ladd down low behind the net to Coe. He flips it along the boards to the far side. It's at the point. It's Mathurin there. Mathurin gets around one man, gets around right. Couldn't get past the last guy, Parrish, but nice little move there by Mathurin. However, it's the Frontnacs now going the other way with the puck, and it's right by himself. Drops it back, and the Frontnacs can't get a shot. Now to the point, coming in, the shot goes wide as Murray wired that one wide of the net. The ricochet goes all the way down the ice. Parrish has it in front of his head, turns it over. Vince Diesel was right there, but couldn't get a good shot off. Now it's McDonald at the line. Plays it to Winslow walking in across the zone. Vince Diesel was there, but the Frontnacs get in the way. Penalty coming up against the Kingston Frontnacs as Armsby has the puck behind the net. He sends it to the point to Winslow. To the near side, Nelson. Nelson down low to Petrov. Petrov skating in behind the net, looking for an outlet here. Petrov circling the zone now. It's still Matvey Petrov showing off the wheels. Petrov crossover pass. The shot is blocked. North Bay still has the puck. It goes to the near side. And it's touched by the Frontnacs, Arcuri. And now that the play is dead, we'll finally get a chance to see what the call is against the Kingston Frontnacs. But my goodness, that was a shift by the Battalion with 12:56 to go. 3-0 lead North Bay. And still waiting to see too many men on the ice, maybe?
Yeah. No, it looks like there's a specific penalty. It's going to Arcuri. And I just have to say, real quickly, the power play proudly supported by the Noah Strong campaign. Head over to the website, noahstrong.ca, to find out if you are an organ donor or register there. But I have to say, yeah, too many. Look, I guess it was too many men on the ice. But whenever I see somebody go around the ice like that and just keep possession away from the other team, I think of an old Don Cherry Rock'em Sock'em video that I had as a kid, where it was Peter Forsberg who basically did that. Of course, he ended up scoring on the play. But every time I think of that, I'm like, wow, Peter Forsberg.
Yeah, he held the puck for like almost 30 seconds or whatever that play was. That was impressive. Sent down the ice by the Frontnacs. They've killed off the first 30 seconds of this power play. It is the Battalion's fourth power play of the game here. Coe down the ice, over the blue line, down the left wing side. Plays it to the boards to Russell, who puts it behind the net to Coe. Coe on the end boards, lost the puck as the Frontnacs send it right back down the ice. 8 minutes gone in the second period. North Bay up 3-0. And they still have a minute 5 here on the power play as they bring it back down, but the troops are about to go offside. They do touch the puck before they can recover. So the puck will come outside the Frontnac zone. 1:01 remaining on the power play, 11:57 to go in the period.
Growing up, a lot of people were big fans of those Where's Waldo books. I like to play this one whenever Derek doesn't stay up in the media booth. It's the Where's Derek game, and right now he's between the benches. He has the best seats in the house. I'm very envious of Derek right now.
North Bay win the draw, going in all alone, Russell, but he couldn't get a shot off as the defender stayed right with him all the way in. Pass to the left side, the shot from Petrov is wide. And another hard ricochet, and out of the zone is Nelson to get the puck for North Bay. Gets it back over to Petrov on the far side, who dumps it in. Now it's Murray on the far side. He'll clear the zone. 34 seconds remaining on the North Bay power play. 11:25 to go in the second period. North Bay up 3-0. Looking to add to that. They've got control of the puck in the neutral zone. It's Coe to Petrov coming in on the left side. Petrov from the goal line, plays it to the point, and Nelson could not handle the puck. It just bounced over his stick and then through his skates, so he'll have to chase it down. This top line, I believe, has been out there the entire power play. Jackson across the Coe, now to the left side. Russell lets it go by him, and now the Frontnacs break out. It's a 3-on-2 the other way, and they are no longer shorthanded as they dump the puck into the North Bay zone. So the Battalion will be 1 for 4 on their power play opportunities. They lead 3-0 as they carry the puck back into the Frontnac zone. They get knocked off the puck, and then they dump it right back in.
Yeah, the second unit actually started that power play for the troops, so they were out there for maybe 15-20 seconds at the most.
Icing called against the Frontnacs off that dump out, so 10:34 remaining in the second. 3-0 North Bay.
But even if they're out there that entire time, there's some power plays like that one there where they had some great opportunities, where they've now doubled up Kingston now on the shot total, 22-11. But it almost looks so effortless for that top unit out there, just the way they're able to dissect the opposing team's defense. And it's remarkable they don't score on every power play when they play like that.
Frontnacs win the draw, and they look to get it out. Wright was trying to find Arcuri there, but couldn't connect. But now it's a turnover. Chromiak coming in towards the net. Chromiak trying to find Arcuri, but it's over his stick and to the point, and a shot comes in. Arcuri has it in the slot, the shot, and that goes high. Might have gone off the helmet of Mathurin, but he looks to be okay. And now the point, the shot comes in, and that one is blocked in front. And the Battalion looking to clear it out of the area, and they do get it out of the zone. At the blue line, they're going to look like a hand pass there against the North Bay Battalion. So we have reached the halfway mark of the second period. North Bay lead 3-0, and we'll turn things over to Bob Coles for your in-period intermission break.
Thank you very much, Matt. Yes, North Bay adding to their lead 22 seconds in to make it 3-0. And North Bay in control. Kingston having trouble getting shots, just 11. Joe Verbetic, very solid, but North Bay looks like they're in control halfway through the game. Coming up in the second intermission, we'll talk to a couple of Battalion players. Brandon Coe, this week named the Overage Player of the Year and the unquestioned leader of the North Bay Battalion, and Paul Christopoulos. And we talked to Paul about how his parents are handling two teams deep in the playoff run. Of course, Paul's brother plays for Windsor, and of course, Paul with the Battalion, so a lot of travel miles for the folks here as they watch their boys play in the second round of the playoffs. Windsor, by the way, opens their Kitchener series tomorrow. Back to Courtney and Matt.
Thank you very much, Bob. Yeah, it's just the Christopoulos is, with them being split up, they asked for it, but if you're the parents, you have to sit there and think, come on, guys. With North Bay to Windsor, you're like opposite ends of the province here.
That is almost as far as you can go with staying in the same country.
It is. I mean, that might even be more in some European countries.
You're right. Playback underway here in the second period. North Bay up 3-0. The Frontnacs looking for their first of the game, but they turn it over at the North Bay blue line, and now McDonald racing out of the zone, drops it back to Arnsby, and Arnsby fires it into the Frontnac zone, picked up on the far side. Shot goes over everything and out of play. 9:18 remaining in the second. 3-0 North Bay.
North Bay again playing a really great game. As Derek said, he was looking for more of the same from the troops in that first intermission that he was talking. And I would say so far it has been more of the same from the Battalion. They got off to a quick start here in the second, scoring in just over 20 seconds in. But from there, it's been all Battalion, and they just haven't been able to crack Miralainen since that goal.
North Bay win the draw. Quick shot from Van Steensel. Check that, Romani. And a save is made by the goaltender Miralainen. Want to say hi to Puck Starved, listening in from London. Jason, who's listening from Timmins, and is that gospel blues man who says, go Troops go, and go Maple Leafs go.
Hey, I can get behind that.
Wakely with the puck on the far side. Looking to get it out of the corner. In behind the net. The Frontnacs have control, and they move it through the neutral zone. Thibodeau plays it to the far right side. It is Hughes there, dumping it in right towards Verbetic, and he will make another save to bring us another stoppage in play. 8:52 remaining in the second period. 3-0 North Bay, and of those 12 shots, Verbetic really hasn't been tested a whole lot by the Frontnacs.
No, there have been a few moments where he's had his time to shine, where Shane Wright's gotten in close to him, but yeah, they really haven't given him much opportunity to really show his talent in this one so far. But you know what? The shots that's come in on him, he's stopped so far, and that's all you can ask.
Face-off is inside the North Bay zone, and Jackson got waved out, so Russell has to go in. Russell and Chromiak were having words, though, at the hash marks, so Russell didn't realize where he was supposed to be going. The Frontnacs win the draw, but the Battalion recover the puck quickly, and now Jackson feeds it up ahead to Coe. Coe in behind the defense. Coe all alone on the backhand. He gets denied by Miralainen. Coe a little disappointed with the result there, but
yeah, he scored a couple of goals in this one, as we have some big Mitch Russell fans down in the corner showing off the numbers on their jersey. But he scored a few goals in this one, and hopefully he can get a few more. But yeah, what a great save by Miralainen on that one.
Off the draw, the Frontnacs are able to clear it out of their zone, and it's Winslow quickly for North Bay in the neutral zone, who fires it right back in along the near side. It is Russell, his shot that gets blocked. It goes to the far side boards. It's Coe who has control. Coe to the near side, sends it in. That goes wide of the net. Picked up on the near side by Nelson. He plays it behind the net to Russell. Russell looking down, goes to the far side to Coe. Coe at the line. Coe twisting, turning. Chromiak taking him down. Winslow getting involved. Winslow gets the puck back to Coe, who's now upright. He plays it down low. The pass back out in front is picked off by Chromiak, and he heads out of the zone. The Frontnacs have numbers going the other way. They drop back to Wright, and Wright takes a hit from Nelson and turns the puck over, and it's Jackson going the other way with 7:50 remaining. Jackson knew it over the blue line, leaves it for Russell. Russell in towards the net, and he gets denied by the goaltender Miralainen. Russell made one last move in front of the net, but Miralainen throwing out his glove side leg to block that puck. Sent down the ice from the North Bay zone, and that will be icing against the Battalion. 7:33 to go. North Bay up 3-0 in the second.
Yeah, the Frontnacs are lucky that there was no secondary player coming in, as Russell was the secondary player from Jackson, as that was a juicy rebound with a wide open net after he came way out of his net to stop that. Miralainen, that is, to stop the puck. But I gotta tip my hat to Miralainen on that one, coming out of his net, making the desperation stop like that, and it worked out well for him.
Off the draw, the Frontnacs putting the pressure on now. They get a shot in, that gets blocked, and now North Bay get it right out of the zone. Hache drops back to his own blue line. He now plays it over to Roger. Roger down the left wing side for Wisdom. Wisdom, it got knocked off his stick. He had a second chance at it. Knocked away from him again. Now Wisdom gets it at the blue line as the Battalion just couldn't get it past him. He dumps it in. The Battalion play it out. Tarasevic in the neutral zone. Skating to the far side. Sends it up ahead for Podolou. Podolou in behind the net. Podolou down the near side boards. Stopped at the half boards. He tried to get it to Tarasevic. That got turned over. And now it's the Frontnacs going the other way. Fresca down the left wing side. Fresca sends it on net. Save made by Joe Verbetic. It goes into the near side corner. Now to the half boards. It's picked up there by Tarasevic. He sends it to the middle to Podolou. Podolou down the left wing side. Podolou sends it on net. Save made. Rebound chance. And that just goes wide of the net. And again, it's Podolou and Tarasevic. Those guys are on the third line for the Battalion, but they are getting chances against the second line of the Frontnacs here. Play inside the North Bay zone. It is Paul Christopoulos who picks up the puck. He sends it down the ice. That one just skips by the goaltender Miralainen, and icing will be the call. 6:12 remaining in the second. 3-0 North Bay.
Yeah, a bit of an interesting little give and go there by the Battalion with the third line. And that's the thing that makes this team so scary, is that when you look up there and you're like, Matvei Petrov, who was the first overall pick in the 2020 CHL import draft, where's he playing? Third line. Podolou, third line. Tarasevic, third line. And they're being able to hem Kingston in. Any line on this Battalion team can score. Any team on this line on this Battalion team is dangerous, and that's what makes them so tough to play against, as we get a quick shot in, and Verbetic stops that one quickly, Matt.
It's also the fact that they aren't giving up a whole lot to the Frontnacs when they are out there, and I think that's the biggest thing. If you can score, that's just gravy. If you aren't giving up goals and giving up good chances, I think you'll take that if you're the coaching staff.
Well, and that's always been the hallmark of these Battalion teams. I know it's a different coaching staff now than when they first came to North Bay, but it's always been play strong defensively, and the difference here is the Battalion are still looking for that next goal. Whereas before they used to just kind of sit back and, okay, we got a 1-0 lead, let's defend it. But this team's always looking for that next goal, but they can defend the leads when they have them.
Under 6 to play now. Puck inside the neutral zone. Arnsby has it. Arnsby going in. Down the left wing side. Tried to play it to the middle. He had a player draped all over him and couldn't complete the pass. Now it's the Frontnacs going the other way. Belanche chasing it to the end boards. Nelson throws a hit. Nelson gets the puck, sends it up ahead to Van Steensel. Van Steensel across to McDonald. McDonald fires it in on the dub bin, and out of his net to play it is Miralainen. He gets it up to the line, and it's cleared as it just skipped past Arnsby, the captain of the Battalion. Now behind the net, that's Nelson for North Bay. He sends it down the right wing for Arnsby. Arnsby turns and sends it to the near side to McDonald. McDonald down the left wing side for Van Steensel. Van Steensel trying to get around Roger. But Roger boxes him out, but on the end boards, Van Steensel gets the puck back. And Van Steensel, who's definitely a couple of inches shorter there than Roger, was really holding his own, with Roger coming down on him hard there.
I mean, it didn't result in anything, but that was a great play in the offensive zone by Van Steensel to not give up the puck easily on that exchange. North Bay back into the zone. Coe takes a hard hit, but the puck at the line, kept in the zone by Ladd. Across the third, and his shot goes wide. Ricochet down to the near side, and it's at the point. Cross zone pass to the left side. Mathurin gets a shot. That goes wide again. And off the shot, it ricochets and out of the zone. And it's chased down the zone down the ice by Ladd, who gets it to Coe. Coe can't keep it out of the zone and went off his body, redirected towards Verbetic. But Verbetic plays in, and now it's turned over. The Frontnacs in front of the net, they score! Francesco Arcuri gets the Frontnacs on the board. It's 3-1 on the turnover by the Battalion in their own zone.
Well, the first goal for the Ottawa 67s in that game that the Battalion won in Game 1, 4-1, was off a brutal giveaway by Avery Winslow.
Short-handed, too.
Short-handed. And that one eerily echoing that, as there was other than it being short-handed, but a giveaway, I believe it was from Mathurin over there. I missed the initial giveaway, but he was the one that was closest there on the ice. But yeah, just a bad giveaway for the Battalion, and you know that's something that they're gonna have to look at and really address in the video room after this one.
I mean, the Frontnacs really had nothing going. But now we'll see how they respond after that one. 4 minutes to go in the second period. Frontnacs in front of the net. Esmond's shot stopped. Rebound chance. And the shot goes wide of the net. Zane Wisdom right there with the rebound and just could not bury it, shooting it wide on the blocker side of the goaltender Verbetic. Play still underway inside the North Bay zone. Nelson has the puck at his own goal line, and he calmly flips it up into the neutral zone, and the Frontnacs have to retreat to get it. There's Wisdom with the puck at the blue line. He turns it over, and North Bay are back in control, but they're in their own zone. It's Petrov with it, across to the near side to Nelson. Nelson, stretch pass down the ice for Arnsby. Arnsby to the left side for Petrov. Petrov dumps it in. Arnsby is chasing. He goes behind the net. He's trying to fend off the defender Budnick there. Good battle in the corner. The puck finally comes out of that area and is cleared by the Frontnacs, but not before Van Steensel throws a huge hit on Ben Roger. We'll have to watch that battle as this series goes on between Roger and Van Steensel. Arcuri has the puck in his own zone. He gets it out in the neutral zone. Lucan has it. Lucan plays it across to the near side to Christopoulos. Christopoulos down the right wing, plays it up to Arnsby. He deflects it into the Kingston zone. Parrish takes a hit on the boards as he sends it to the near side to Budnick. Budnick gets it up ahead to Ludwinski. Ludwinski dumps it in, but Grayson Ladd controls it and gets it to Russell. Russell up ahead to McDonald. McDonald over the blue line. Pass across the zone. Jackson coming in. Jackson down the right wing. Now he goes behind the net. Centering pass to Cole. The shot. And it goes off the body of Merilainen and out of play. 2:23 remaining in the second period. 3-0. 3-1 now. North Bay, excuse me.
Hey, and Brandon Coe looks skyward after that opportunity for the troops as he looked to give the Battalion back a 3-goal lead. But, yeah, Merilainen standing tall and to the task on that one. But the Battalion with some good pushback here after giving up that goal to Kingston.
Off the draw, shot save made, and the rebound chance is pushed aside. Into the corner, now behind the net. Coe has it. Coe sends it to the point to Ladd. Ladd fires it, and that one goes wide. Picked up off the half boards by Mathurin, and now he pinches in, but he lost the puck, and it's Parrish behind the net into the corner for Murray. Murray trying to get it out, turned over, but now he gets it back. Murray in control in front of his own net. He sends it to Wisdom. Wisdom sends it up the ice. It's knocked away from Frasca, and now it's up ahead to Russell. Russell at the blue line to the half boards on the far side. Russell fires it, and Merilainen makes another save. 1:44 remaining in the second. 3-1 for the North Bay Battalion.
I know I mentioned this earlier in the game, but I talked about the goaltending in the Frontnacs where I said I didn't think it was as if there was one big glaring hole for the Battalion, it would be, or for the Frontnacs, it would be that. But Merilainen so far in this game has done a great job of really holding his own and really keeping the team in it, especially when they were down 3-0.
Off the draw, Wakely's stick snaps in half. And the Battalion will have to chase the puck out of the zone. It's all the way behind their own net. And it's Nelson who now has it down the right side boards. Sends it up the middle for Wakely, who's got some new lumber. He gets it over the blue line. He finds Petrov. Petrov back in front, but Wakely couldn't get a shot off. He was caught in his skates. Now to the right side. Petrov can't handle the pass. And the puck comes to the line, cleared out of the zone by the Frontnacs. 1:10 remaining in the second. As the Battalion get the puck back, it's Tarasevic who dumps it in. Picked up by Hache. He plays it to Arcuri, and Frontnacs will clear the zone again. It's right down the left wing side. Plays it back to Arcuri. He lost it. Van Steensel plays it up ahead to McDonald. McDonald down the right wing side. Stops under the circle. Plays it across. Nelson's there. Nelson plays it around to the far side boards to Arnsby. And now Van Steensel joins in over there. Van Steensel into the corner looking for McDonald. McDonald coming out in front, and he can't get a shot off. Puck still in play as Winslow has it. In behind the net, Arnsby tries to center it, but the Frontnacs break up that play and they get out of the zone. 25 seconds remaining as Van Steensel has it in the neutral zone, fires it in. 3-1 North Bay here in the second. The Frontnacs holding the puck inside their own zone with now 15 seconds remaining. They clear it down the ice. It's Belanger coming in. Plays it to Soto. He tries to play to the middle of the zone. That got blocked. And then a shot from the near side went up and over the glass and out of play with 8.3 seconds remaining in the second period.
Troops up 29-15 in the shot category. And of course up 3-1 in the goal scoring category as well. But Kingston getting the most recent goal. So we'll see if they're able to ride any momentum out of the second intermission here. But we have to get through that intermission, of course, which will be brought to you by Bob and Derek here momentarily.
North Bay win the draw. Arnsby clears it up ahead to Coe with 2 seconds left. Coe racing in, but he lost control of the puck. And that is where period number 2 will come to an end. 40 minutes through game 1. North Bay maintaining a 3-1 lead.
Well, and we're no stranger to seeing Brandon Coe score in the final 10 seconds of a game on a bit of a breakaway. So here, we could have hoped that it would have happened again. But anyways, as I alluded to earlier, we'll hear from Derek and Bob now in the second intermission, who will take you through all the wonderful stuff that's happened in the first 40 minutes of this game 1 of this Eastern Conference semifinals. Bob?
I don't know what alluded means, but I guess it's my turn to speak. So there we go. Yes, pretty good period for the Battalion, but really they gave a gift to Kingston, resulting in the Frontnacs goals. So each team gets a goal in that period, and it's 3-1 after 2 periods of play. The shots were 13-8 Battalion, 29-15 overall for North Bay. Power plays 0 for 1 for the Frontnacs, 1 for 4 for the Battalion, who have won 30 of the game's 51 faceoffs. First period goals, Brandon Coe's 4th at 5:53, and Kyle McDonald's 3rd at 14:28. Mitchell Russell added to the goal scoring count, his 5th of the playoffs. 22 seconds into the second from Matvey Petrov and Kyle Jackson. Second assist for Jackson. That was a power play goal. It made it 3-0, and then Francesco Arcuri is 3rd from unassisted at 15:45 on a North Bay giveaway. Penalties in that period. Arcuri, too many men at 7:04, but he made up for that by scoring Kingston's goal. In the OHL also tonight, Flint and the Sioux, 2-0 Firebirds, and that's game 1 of that series. Game 1 of Windsor-Kitchener will be tomorrow, and game 1 of Hamilton and Mississauga went to Hamilton last night. No surprise there. Derek, let's break down the 2 goals in that period. The first one, North Bay coming hot out of the gate and made it 3-0 just 22 seconds into the frame.
Yeah, that's exactly how you want to start. You had 48 seconds left on that man advantage. You come out red hot. You've got that momentum from that first period, picking up those 2 goals. And again, another review as the net came off its moorings as the puck was entering it. Again, North Bay on the successful side of this one. Mitchell Russell with his 5th of the season, but no scoring again until the last quarter of that second period, and Curry just picking up a unfortunate event, the North Bay Battalion turning the puck over and our Curry just, putting it in the back of the net. Nothing to be done there. It's just those are the opportunities you have to limit the Kingston Frontnacs to.
And it seems like North Bay's in complete control of the game when they're up 3-0, but that goal by Kingston came as a result of a gift, but at least it got them on the board and probably gives them a little confidence going into the third.
Yeah, the confidence. I was between the benches for that second period of play. There wasn't any chirping between players. It was like two teams. They really didn't see each other during the regular season. They only met 4 times with the Battalion winning all 4. And just that familiarity isn't there yet between these two teams. It's going to get there, and I think that third period, it's going to set the tone for the rest of this series.
So it's 3-1, and Brandon Coe with a goal for North Bay tonight. And don't forget, Game 2 Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 1:50 on your game day broadcast. Check out the Battalion social media links, and you can get that game if you don't make it to the rink. And even if you're in the rink, check us out on your phone and a little commentary while you enjoy the hockey game. So whatever wish you prefer there. And then it goes to Kingston for games 3 and 4 Tuesday and Thursday, and game 5 next Saturday night. And if there's a 6th game, it'll be a week from Sunday in Kingston. So no day off between games 5 and 6. Well, we mentioned Brandon Coe with a goal. It's been a whirlwind for him lately. I mean, he was nominated for Most Outstanding Player, nominated for Overage Player of the Year. The Leo Lalonde Trophy. Got the word yesterday that he was the winner of the Overage Player of the Year. We had a chance to visit with him on Wednesday, so let's hear Brandon Coe.
Okay, 2 awards. I want to talk to you about, the recognition you've had, the Overage Player of the Year, as well as the MVP of the year. Just talk about what that means to you.
That's awesome. I think I've had a pretty good year for myself, and I've had a breakout year. I think I've made great strides this year for being a consistent player, and I think I've got a little bit of recognition for that, and it definitely feels good for myself and definitely for my family as well.
What are your goals moving forward in this personal goals? Obviously, you have a team goal of winning a championship, but what do you want to do in the next round or 2 or hopefully 3?
I just want to lead my team as much as possible. Going into the next round here against Kingston, just try to be the best leader I can and try to be the go-to guy on the ice and lead my team as much as possible. I think other than that, the individual awards doesn't really mean anything in the playoffs, and I just want to lead my team as much as possible.
Brandon, could you characterize your relationship with the coach and GM and how that's helped you grow in the last 2 years?
Yeah, I think it's really important. I think once Willie came in, he seems to be more of a player's coach, and we have a really close relationship along with Denny. He's been here since I was 15, so I think it's been a pretty smooth transition. I think it's been a good relationship since he's came in, and I think it's been working really well for us.
Do you want to talk about the JL that's going to be on the back of your helmet on Friday? And I mean, obviously, I saw your tweet, and I've talked to Mark, and he knows how close and how much you guys care, and you're probably at the top of the list. What does Jack Lyons mean to the Battalion and yourself?
Oh, he's really important. Ever since I was 15, he always came out to the games and stuff, and when I got the news that Jack passed away, it was really emotional, and definitely going to be missed at the games. And he always brings a smile to our face when we come out for warm-up. And I know the guys at Chippewa, they got to see him on his birthday and stuff like that, and bring a stick for him and a couple hats and get to hang out with him. So I know anyone that hangs out with him always has a great time and brings a lot of smile and joy into everyone's lives. And he's definitely going to be missed for sure.
Kingston, what do you got to do to take down Kingston?
I think we just got to bring our same game. I think we got to more or less focus on our first period. I think that's what we struggled with in the Ottawa series a little bit. I think we had really good second and third periods, but I think bringing that same effort going into the first period, coming out stronger, is going to be crucial. And hopefully we can do the same thing as last series and get the first 2 wins at home, which would be huge.
Coach just talked about the maturity you've shown since the OHL resumed after the shutdown. Just maybe describe what you've gone through in terms of becoming a leader and helping this young group.
Yeah, I think it just comes with time and experience. I think going into this year, like half our team is pretty much rookies, so I think just being one of the remaining older guys on the team was big, and I knew I had to step up this year, and not only be a leader on the ice but off the ice. If guys need help with going through the OHL in the first year, trying to get in the groove of things. But I think that just being the older guy on the team, didn't really have a choice for the most part of it. But I think I've done a pretty good job with it so far.
Okay, thank you.
And that was Brandon Coe earlier this week. Of course, yesterday got word as the winner of the Overage Player of the Year, and you can just see the growth of Brandon Coe. He's been through a lot. His dad passed away. He got close to Jack Lyons. Of course, the Battalion have a decal on their jerseys. JL, obviously, several of those players tweeted out about how devastated they were by the passing of Jack Lyons. But another indication that Brandon Coe has shown the growth on the ice with his 100-point season as a leader, candidate for the Red Tilson as the MVP of the league, and off the ice too, with the way he's led this team, and you can hear the emotion as he talked about Jack Lyons. So what a leader he's been for the Battalion this year.
He was kind of one of those questions of what we were going to get from Brandon Coe going into this season. We've seen what he did in the past. He was on and off certain nights. He was playing, you don't want to say taking nights off, but he was just definitely not up to that caliber. San Jose took him. He got that opportunity last year to play with the Barracudas, and that experience playing that in that AHL, you just see the development and what he brought back from playing with the Barracudas to lead this North Bay Battalion team to that second place in the Eastern Conference. And he's definitely that leader, and exactly what an NHL prospect has grown into. He's got a bright future ahead for himself.
But also the coaching change here with Ryan Houlihan coming in. I mean, they had a good conversation when Ryan Houlihan got the job about, expectations of somebody who's, probably the most talented guy on the team, right? Important in the locker room with how you approach your own game, how you approach your teammates, and being a leader in many different ways. And he took that heart-to-heart talk in a positive way from Coach Houlihan, and the results are there for people to see.
And the thing about when you talk to Ryan Houlihan, he's so positive in the way he communicates with his players, and it's not like it was a negative, derogatory conversation he had with Brandon Coe. It was two individuals that sat down and had a very positive conversation about what they expect from each other, and Houlihan just basically said that he wants Coe to be that leader, lead offensively, lead this team both on and off the ice, and that's exactly what Coe has shown this year. And you know what? He's deserving of that OA Player of the Year and further representation for the North Bay Battalion Player of the Year.
Okay, Brandon Coe with another goal tonight, and the Battalion are up by 2 as we head to the third. Also had a chance this week to visit with Paul Christopoulos, sort of a guy that doesn't get a lot of attention, but really does, along with Liam Arnsby, one of the veteran leaders of this team. And let's hear from Paul Christopoulos now.
Okay, Paul, exciting time of year. You miss a year, and you didn't finish the year before, so this has been your first full season, and here you are in round 2.
Sad that we lost last year due to COVID, but this year we put a great team together and we progressed throughout the year, and we just looking to make a big run for it this year.
So many new guys this year. How have you sort of modeled your game to bring in the new guys and still be an important guy in the back end?
Obviously after my first year and we missed the COVID year, we developed to become a little bit more of a leader and help out the younger guys throughout their first year of the season. But I think we're playing great and producing well together.
Now your brother's in Windsor. How's that? Are you? I guess you're talking a lot, right, or texting a lot through this playoff run because they had a good run as well.
Yeah, Windsor's doing good this year too. They made it to round 2 as well. Me and my brother keep in touch, and we make we make good jokes about each other, how we're doing and everything, but it'll be competitive.
So, how are your parents? Like, are you getting the same parent at each of your games? Are they going back and forth? Because that's a lot of travel. Like, Windsor's down at the border basically, and here you are up in the north.
Oh yeah, I mean, we talk a lot with our parents. They try to come out as best as they can, closer to Toronto, the Toronto area, but they made each trip up to North Bay and Windsor, and they like it.
And the level of excitement for you guys coming into this series against Kingston, what's it going to take to get by these guys?
Talking about excitement, getting the fans all in the building, it gets the boys going. They like playing for the fans and playing for our team, the crest and the name on the crest, and it'll be a good matchup against Kingston.
Okay, best of luck.
Thank you.
And that was Paul Christopoulos, his brother Alex, of course, is with the Windsor Spitfires, traded by the Battalion to Windsor. Josh Curry was traded as well by the Battalion to Windsor. Windsor will host Kitchener. I don't think a lot of people at the beginning of the year had that series circled in round 2, and that series will start tomorrow night in Windsor. But it's going to be crazy for these brothers who played a year in North Bay, and then now one's in North Bay, one's in Windsor. They're both leaders on their team, so it must be a fun run right now for the family.
It certainly is, and it's nice to see Alex doing well in Windsor and that team being so successful. They got the Kitchener Rangers up next, a team that just knocked off the highly touted London Knights in 7 games in triple overtime, but Windsor looking to advance again, and you know what, if things play out, why not see those two brothers show up in the OHL finals?
That would be just crazy. And how about Paul Christopoulos? We sort of have these two parts of the battalion. We have the overage guys, the veterans, the Mitchell Russells, the Kyle Jacksons, the Brandon Coes, and even Matvey Petrov. And then you have the young guys, the Ty Nelsons, the Dallin Wakeleys. But there's a couple of guys that are still got OHL life left, but are real leaders out there, right? I mean, Liam Arnsby, I'm thinking of him, and I'm thinking of Paul Christopoulos. Their roles have changed because the roster is so much deeper, but they still have really important jobs with this team on the ice and off.
Yeah, I think the role of Paul Christopoulos has changed probably the most over that COVID season that we weren't able to see. When we last saw Christopoulos back in the 2019-2020 season, he started getting that offensive feel where he was taking the puck and leading rushes and just taking that puck up the ice. When we see him now in this 2022 playoff season, Ulan's using him almost as that shutdown D. He's using that experience that he grabbed back there, and he can put him out there whenever you need the shutdown. He's out there at the final minute of the games, the last minutes of the periods. He's going against the top guys on the other lineup. His role has totally changed, and he's accepted that and excelled in that defensive role this year.
And really hardworking as well. What are we, 3-1 North Bay up on Kingston? What are you looking for here in the third period?
Just more of the same. You got to keep your foot on the pedal. Don't give Kingston any life and allow them back into this. Keep controlling the game. Keep the puck wide and use your speed to your advantage and clog up the middle of the ice. Don't give those high-touted, powering offense of Kingston to get going here in the third period.
So it's 3-1 for the North Bay Battalion over the Kingston Frontnacs. Wanted to give you the NHL updates. Courtney Kenny can't believe it. The Maple Leafs now are up 3-0 in Game 3 against Tampa, and that series right now is 1-1. So a big game for the Leafs, and the other one tonight so far, Boston leading Carolina 3-1, a must-win for the Bruins, who trail that best of 7, 2-0 after 2 losses in Carolina. So both teams are on the ice, getting ready to go. And Courtney and Matt have the third period story for you. Courtney, should be interesting here in the third.
Should be indeed, Bob. And we're just about to get underway here for the third period of action. And just waiting on Matt to get back, so I'll be doing your play-by-play through the first bit here as the Battalion get ready in their home greens, going from right to left, and the Frontnacs in the road whites going left to right. And we get a quick stoppage in play as the puck goes down to the Battalion zone, 7 seconds in. And Matt desperately getting some water down his throat after a busy intermission of visiting.
What do you mean I can't take off my sweater? I'm hot.
It is pretty hot, to be fair, out in the hallway. So Matt's back to give you all your play-by-play. You only had to deal with me for 7 seconds, thankfully.
It's 10 seconds in here, and the Battalion win the draw. They get the shot on net. Miralainen thought he had it. It was loose in front, but no Battalion in the area to bury that one. Down the ice is Frasca to Wisdom over the blue line, across the left side. Shot comes in, punched away by Verbetic into the corner. Puck goes down the half boards. McDonald has it for North Bay and gets it out of the zone. The Frontnacs chasing it into their own end. And it's Braden Haché. He gets it up to the blue line, but then coming in on the forecheck was Jackson. He knocked that one away. Now it's check that right with it. Right feeds it down the right side out of the zone, but Winslow fires it right back in. We are a minute into the third. North Bay up 3-1. Play in behind the net, right to the near side to Chromiak. To the middle, getting it out of the zone is Arcuri. Arcuri sends it into the the far side in the North Bay zone. And the puck comes around the boards and actually clears the zone. Racing down the ice is Coe. He was looking to try to beat the hybrid icing call, but wasn't going to have the wheels to get there after trying to circle his own zone. So about a minute 20 in, 3-1 North Bay in the third.
Yeah, Brandon Coe was late in the coaches poll, was named one of the best skaters in the East, in the top 3 anyways. But he just didn't have the wheels to catch up with that. So as Matt mentioned, we're going to have a face-off coming to Verbetic's blocker side in the Battalion zone.
Well, the Frontnacs have caught up almost in that category. North Bay leading 30-23 in the face-off circle. Going into that draw. Puck inside the North Bay zone. Along the end boards, a couple of hard stick checks here. Soto and Ludwinski trying to dig it out for the Frontnacs. They get it away from that area. They send it to the point. It's Murray there. He sends it to the corner. Soto can't get it. Around on the far side boards. Puck back in along the end boards. And North Bay are about to go on the penalty kill here, as behind the net, Podolou is going to get called for holding as he took down Matthew Soto. So with almost 2 minutes gone in the third period, the Battalion are going to be penalized. In the box, Podolou for 2 minutes, and the Frontnacs have their second power play of the game.
And this is a great opportunity for Kingston to really claw their way back into this game, as this penalty kill is brought to you by pucksupport.com. Head on over to their website, learn about Brady Leavold's story, check out some of the merchandise that they have available for purchase as well.
The Battalion clear it off the draw, and now the Frontnacs come into the zone with control. They lose it on the far side boards as Arnsby gets it up ahead to Van Steensel. And Van Steensel has a breakaway. Van Steensel in on net, back and forth, he scores! Oh, and Van Steensel digs out the goaltender Miralainen. It's a short-handed goal for the first year forward. And the Battalion are up 4-1 in game 1.
Owen Van Steensel, who really came into his own in the second half, really putting on a clinic there, as guess who was chasing him the whole way down? Potential first overall NHL draft pick Shane Wright. So you want the eyes on you? That's how you do it. Owen Van Steensel definitely improving his stock there as he gives the Battalion the 4-1 lead with 17:45 left and shorthanded no less.
How about this? Oh me, oh my, Owen with a goal.
Oh my goodness. All right, if we weren't done before, now we're done.
He's got 2 in the postseason, and both have been big, and there's a chance for the Frontnacs. It goes way up in the air and then comes in on the far side corner as Verbetic just got the pad down in time, and the puck got flipped up off his pad, and just nobody could find it before it came back down from the air. And now the puck at the blue line. It is controlled. Parrish with the shot that's blocked in front. Loose puck. Soto with the shot that goes wide of the net. Still on the power play here on the Frontnacs. On the half boards, down to the point, it's Parrish. Here's a shot that goes wide. Rebound, Wisdom can't get to it. Ladd breaks up the play. He gets it up to Coe. Coe can't get it out of the zone. kept alive in the zone by Chromiak. Checked that by Ludwitsky on the far side. Now down on the near side is Parrish. Parrish tries to feed to the half boards. Knocked away from Wisdom by Russell, and Russell clears it out of the zone. 30 seconds remaining in the penalty kill for the Battalion as it's brought back into the North Bay zone by the Frontnacs. Picked up on the near side board. Tarasevic jumps it down the ice. 15 seconds remaining on the Kingston power play. They're down 4-1, and we are approaching the 4-minute mark of the third period. Into the zone, Thibodeau. Offside is the call on the far side against the Frontnacs, and so the North Bay Battalion will get a face-off behind their blue line with 4 seconds remaining on the penalty kill.
The Battalion doing a great job of coming out and killing that penalty kill, or that penalty after scoring that shorthanded goal. And what we talked about blocking shots before, Mitch Russell did that at the expense of his knees. He went to the ice and he looked like he was laboring for a little bit, but it looks like he's been able to shake that one off, and you know he's going to wake up tomorrow and feel that one for sure. But that's playoff hockey, folks.
Owen Van Steensel with his second point of the night. He had an assist earlier in the evening on the Kyle McDonald goal. Kyle Jackson with a couple of assists. Mitchell Russell with a goal and an assist. So that top line doing what you'd expect them to do in this contest. Multi-point efforts all around. The penalty is over as we continue play here. Back to 5-on-5 with 4 minutes gone in the period. Into the zone is Thibodeau. He gets a shot on Verbetic, and he makes a big glove save.
And this is what these players have played for all season long. I mean, it's the Kingston Frontnacs hype video, but we were talking about it ourselves, where one of the quotes that they had in it is, we don't play to win the first round, we play to win it all. And I think that's the same mentality that the Battalion have going into this. And this is what the players have been playing for all season long, is this fan support that we've seen here through the first 3 home games of this playoff run for the Battalion. It is getting louder in this building. It is hearkening back to those first 2 years. And you can still get tickets. It's not a sellout as of yet, but come out and see some of this amazing hockey by the Battalion.
North Bay clear it off the draw, get it out to the neutral zone. Now it's Van Steensel coming in again. Van Steensel gets thrown to the ice, and there's no goal coming there. Van Steensel, I mean, if that isn't denying someone of a scoring chance, I don't know what is. Van Steensel had control of the puck and was just thrown to the ice on the back check. And now Shane right with a shot. Rebound chance, and it's buried in the back of the net. The goal coming from Frasca, and it's 4-2 as the Frontnacs cut the lead in half here in the third.
You know, if I'm the coaching staff of the Battalion, you're frustrated on that one.
Yep.
A egregious missed call against Owen Van Steensel on the other side of things, and then they go down and bury the puck almost immediately on their next chance with 15:23 here left in the third period. So that's definitely a gripe that I would have, and a legitimate gripe, I think, for sure, because I didn't realize that we came here to see John Cena, dropping people to the mat. But hey, the Frontnacs score. It's a 4-2 hockey game. You have to focus on what is happening, and the Battalion want to reestablish a 3-goal lead.
4:40 gone in the third, and a pair of goals in this period. One for either side, 4-2 the score. And it's the Kingston Frontnacs who might have a little bit of life now in them after going down 4-1 early in the period. The Frontnacs with control of the puck. Parrish sends it to the corner. That's Soto there. Soto in and out of the corner, sends it down to the point. Back to the half-boards, flipped around behind the net. Wisdom chasing. Leaves it on the half-boards on the far side for Frasca. Frasca plays it to the near side point. That is Murray walking in. Murray gets it to the middle. Soto sends it to the corner. Frasca's there. Frasca working in and out of trouble here, but now he lost control, and it's out of the zone. So it's Paul Ludwinski that scored that goal for the Frontnacs, not Frasca there. 5:40 gone now in the third period. 4-2 North Bay lead as the Frontnacs send it back into the zone. Verbetic plays it to the far side corner. Christopoulos up to Romani at the blue line. Kept in the zone by the Frontnacs. That's Chromiak on the far side. He plays it in behind the net. Knocked down. Back there is Belanger, and the Battalion end up with the puck. They turn it over. It's Belanger on the half board. Centering. The shot scores! All of a sudden, it's a one-goal game as Lucas Edmonds, the hometown kid, buries it under the pads of Verbetic, and it's 4-3 in the third.
And that's not good news for the Battalion at all, especially when it's coming from a kid born and raised in North Bay, Lucas Edmonds. And I tell you, might not get a warm welcome the next time he comes to town after this series is over. I don't care how many goals he scores against the Troops, but again, now you look back at some of the missed opportunities for the Battalion earlier this period, especially at the hands of the referee, where it was a missed call and then they score the second goal, and now it's a one-goal game, so the Battalion are going to have to really show what they're made of here.
And now how big is that Owen Van Steensel shorthanded goal at the 2:05 mark of this period? That's the fourth goal of the postseason for Lucas Edmonds. He had 34 goals and 79 assists in the regular season for a 113-point season. I believe that's the most ever by a North Bay-born player in the Ontario Hockey League. And looking to get his Frontnacs through this series against his hometown team. Play underway inside the North Bay zone. The Frontnacs pressing here. Shane Wright fans on the shot in the circle, and the North Bay Battalion look to get it out. Podolou down the right wing side. Podolou going in over the blue line, getting around Shane Wright, but at the last second, Shane Wright keeps it to the outside. Podolou still with the puck though. He flips it off the boards, and it goes right into the controlled stick of Parrish, and Parrish down the ice, gets over the blue line, sends it to the left side, drops the shot or the pass back, and the Battalion break up the play, and Tarasevich is able to get it out of the zone. That allows the Frontnacs to get control of the loose puck. 7:15 gone in the period as the Frontnacs dump it back in. Verbetic plays it to the near side boards. Arnsby digging at it on the near side. He gets it to Van Steensel, who gets it over to McDonald, and the Battalion get it out. McDonald dumps it in. Winslow following that dump in, plays it back behind the net for McDonald. McDonald's being held back there. Arnsby's trying to help him out. The puck comes to the point. It's Nelson there. Nelson to left side. Van Steensel walking in. The shot, big save made by Miralainen. 7:40 gone in the period. 4-3 North Bay lead. The Frontnacs looking to clear. It's up to Stewart, and Stewart had his feet behind the blue line as he brought the puck in off that pass, and so that will be offside against Kingston with 7:55 gone in the third. 4-3 North Bay.
The seventh man trying to do their part here to get the Battalion back into it. Owen Van Steensel almost gave them cause to rise back to their feet with a great opportunity there, but unfortunately for the Troops, it's still a 4-3 hockey game, although they do lead and the clock or time is on their side.
The Frontnacs looking to get the puck out of their own zone, and it is Frasca sending it through the neutral zone, finding Wisdom as he follows the puck to the M boards, and a couple players going hard in the M boards. The puck still in that area. Winslow and Nelson battling for it for North Bay. Looks like Wisdom and Frasca down low as well. The puck comes up high to the line, to the near side. The shot just goes wide of the net as Murray fired that one in, crossing up for Verbetic. Another shot comes in. That gets stopped by some bodies in front. Picked up on the far side. Now to Murray walking in for the Frontnacs. Pat save made by Joe Verbetic. Up on the far side boards. Coe gets his stick slashed out of his hands, and that will be a penalty coming up against the Frontnacs. 8:38 gone. Check that. Yeah, 8:38 gone in the third period. 4-3 North Bay lead, and they are going to get their fifth power play of the game.
And the Battalion on this power play, which is proudly supported by the Noah Strong campaign. Head over to noahstrong.ca. Find out if you're an organ donor. Check out some of the merchandise at Skaters Edge Source for Sports, or Skaters Edge Source for Sports, rather. The Battalion given a golden opportunity here to give themselves a bit of a buffer.
Nelson off the draw, the shot right into the stomach of Miralainen, and that will be his. Waiting to see if they change that there. Yeah, 29th save of the game. The Frontnacs with 21 shots of their own, 3 of them have gone past Joe Verbetic. Off the draw, the Battalion trying to hold on to the puck in the zone. They play it into the near side corner. The puck comes up to the line. Nelson has it. Across to the right side to Coe. Coe cross the pass to Petrov, and he just missed it. It might have gone off the crossbar. And it's cleared out of the zone by the Frontnacs, who are coming up high on the forecheck. And now it's Coe coming back into the zone. Coe tries to feed it in front to Russell. That didn't work, and now that one is cleared. And Nelson will chase it all the way down the ice. Nelson has it behind his own net. Now he brings it out in front with 9:20 gone in the period. North Bay turn the puck over. Here comes Wisdom down the ice. Wisdom gets around Nelson, falling, and still got a shot off on his seat, but Verbetic denies it. Now Wisdom gets his own rebound, and he plays it out of the zone. And the Frontnacs just playing catch with it back and forth here in their own end, as they're just trying to control and kill time on their penalty kill. Now they dump it down the ice, and it's picked up by Grayson Ladd of the Battalion. Almost 10 minutes gone in the third. 4-3 North Bay lead as Winslow flying through the zone, trying to get in front of the net, but he gets pushed to the outside. Now it's behind the net. And it's controlled back there by Russell, down to the point to Ladd, into the near side corner for Armsby, back to the half boards to Winslow, and he can't hold it on the boards, and it clears the zone. 25 seconds remaining on the North Bay power play. They turn it over the neutral zone. North Bay gets it back. Armsby feeds it up ahead to McDonald. McDonald coming in. The shot just wide of the net. Picked up on the far side by Ladd. Ladd flips it around the near side boards. Winslow at the point. To the middle to Ladd. He wires it. And it goes off his stick and over the glass and out of play. 5 seconds remaining on the North Bay power play. 9:27 to go in the period. 4-3 North Bay lead.
Out of all the power plays that the Battalion have had, that's probably been their worst looking one of the games so far, as they spent more time playing, trying to get the puck back from Kingston, as they just played keep away for a good solid 20 seconds or so. And the puck was down in their own zone. Wisdom getting a shot on goal from his seat of his pants, so the Battalion are definitely going to want to redo on that one.
Wakely into the circle. The Battalion control off the draw. It's Podolou on the far side. He tries to play it to the corner. That got blocked. Out of the box is Fraska, and the Frontnacs have numbers going the other way over the blue line in front of the net. The shot goes wide. To the line, it's Budnick. He turns it over at the line. Tarasevich going the other way. Tarasevich for the Battalion tries to play it to the middle, but that one goes off his skate and goes to the far side boards and out of the zone. Christopoulos from the neutral zone fires one in, and the goaltender Miralainen had to make a blocker save on that shot from far out. Now it's Wisdom down the right wing side for the Frontnacs. Wisdom gets checked into the boards, and the puck goes to the end boards. On the far side, the Battalion turn it over in front of the net, but then it's turned to his side by the defender Mathurin. He gets it up ahead to Wakely, and Wakely dumps it down. North Bay's top line coming out with 8.5 to play in the third. 4-3 North Bay lead. Here come the Frontnacs. A shot save made by Joe Verbetic. Flash in the glove there. 8.5 to play in the third. 4-3 North Bay lead. Let's send things over to Bob Coles.
Thanks, Matt and Courtney. And yes, Battalion seemingly in good shape. 4-1 with that shorthanded goal by Van Steensel early in the period. But Kingston comes back, makes it a one-goal game, and nothing new for the Battalion. They've had some tight ones here in the playoffs in the 2 games against Ottawa in this building, but another tight one here with North Bay up 4-3 down the stretch. Coming up in our post-game show, we will hear from Coach Houlihan, and we'll talk about the result of tonight's game. Attendance tonight, 3,025. So a good crowd here on this Friday night. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Bob. Yep, 3,025 here on a Friday night. I knew some people that I see on a regular basis have predicted that you would have nobody here tonight because it's a Friday night, and I didn't understand that logic. But hey, anyways, 3,025 proved differently as we get ready here for the final 8 minutes, potentially final 8 minutes and 23 seconds of the game. Both teams, since Kingston scored their third goal of the game, have been back and forth. The Battalion with a power play opportunity, and you just hope that they can weather whatever storm Kingston throws their way.
And like you said earlier, the Battalion need to continue to look for more goals instead of buckling down and playing defense, because I think that's where they're going to get in trouble in this one. 8-10 to go as the Frontnacs look to clear it out of their zone. Edmonds up to Belanger and dumped in. It's Coe picking it up for North Bay behind his net. He feeds it to the near side to Nelson. Nelson trying to get it out. Up ahead to Russell. Russell down the left wing side, and he dumps it into the Kingston zone. The Frontnacs have control of it behind their own net with 7:45 to play. It is Parrish who holds on to it. He's got time, and he'll take even more time as he tracks back. Looking for some assistance, and he sends it all the way down the ice. It's deflected at the North Bay blue line into the North Bay zone. Getting to the puck first was Ludwinski. He plays it to the far side, up to the half boards, and the North Bay Battalion get on that puck and clear it. 7:25 to play now in the third period. 4-3 North Bay lead. It's dumped into the Frontnac zone. The Frontnacs get on top of the loose puck, and it is Arcuri who gets it over to Wright. Wright dumps it in. Chasing it is Ladd. Ladd plays it to the corner to Arnsby. Arnsby up the middle for Van Steensel. Van Steensel coming down the left wing side. Van Steensel throws it on net. Turned aside by the goaltender Miralainen. McDonald has it. Centers to Potaloo. And the shot is stopped by Miralainen. Sent all the way down the ice. And Verbetic turns it aside and plays it into the corner. That one is cleared way out. Up the head to Potaloo. And Potaloo dumps it into the Frontnac zone. The Frontnacs gain control. It's Wisdom moving through the neutral zone. Wisdom with speed. He fires it wide on the glove side. Ricocheted off the inboards, right back in front of the net. A couple of chances, and Verbetic finally picks up the loose puck. And now some pushing and shoving, and a couple of guys getting tangled up. Wisdom on the far side, getting into it with Winslow. The officials get in the way, and it looks like cooler heads will prevail for now. But that was a dangerous looking play. It looked like there was no communication between Verbetic and the defenders. They didn't know if he wanted to smother it. He didn't know if they were going to try to clear it. And then the Frontnacs said, well, we're going to try to score.
Yeah, that's the easy thing for the Frontnacs. They didn't need to worry about communicating on that one, Matt, because they just knew the goal was to put the puck in the back of the net. So that's all that they were trying to do. And they got a 3 or 4 good whacks at it and great opportunities, but Verbetic was able to stand tall and eventually cover it up. Eventually, of course.
6:26 to go in the period. Wisdom has the puck in the neutral zone. He turns it over. North Bay going the other way. It is Petrov down the left wing side. Matvei Petrov fires it in, and it goes wide of the net. Picked up on the far side by Potaloo. Potaloo lets it play off the glass, and now it's picked up by Parrish, and Parrish clears the zone. He sends it to Wisdom coming in over the blue line. Wisdom centers it, but turned aside by Paul Christopoulos, who gets the stick in the middle and clears it. 6 minutes to play now in the third period. 4-3 North Bay lead. Here come the Battalion. Third to the right side. Shot coming in just wide of the net as Brandon Coe ripped that one coming into the circle on the far side. It comes out of the zone, and coming down the ice with it is Frasca. Frasca gets in front of the net, and Verbetic makes the save. I didn't think there'd be this many tense moments in the North Bay zone after Van Steensel made it 4-1, but my goodness, every time the Kingston Frontnacs bring it in, I think everyone is clenching a little bit.
Well, you and I are Leafs fans, so we're no stranger to this. It was 4-1. It was 4-1. I hate that so much. They say a 2-goal lead is the worst goal, or is the worst lead in hockey. I digress. A 4-1 lead is the worst lead in hockey.
Playback underway. The Battalion get it out to the neutral zone. Jackson to the right side to Coe. Coe feathers it in front, backhanded chance by Nelson, but it's stopped by the goaltender Miralainen. Nelson just took that pass from the air and batted it on the backhand towards Miralainen. Playback underway. It's Coe coming in on the breakaway. Coe scores! And they're waving it off. You gotta open the curtains and give the people what they want. It's time to start the Coe show, people. That's a goal for Brandon Coe.
It might have hit the post as we see the replay come in, and if it slowed down, I think it hit the post.
Oh man, it did hit the post. I thought it came in and out.
More like you got to open up the post and let that goal in.
All right.
Let's bring the people back and send them back out to the line. Make sure all the tickets are cleared. And Bob's confused.
Yeah, Bob's confused. It looked like it hit the post though, so I'll give them that one. That one's a clear-cut one, I think. Well, maybe not. It's a little tough. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Hockey's happening.
As Bob Cole might say, everything is happening.
My favorite Bob Cole quote is the one where the Russians come and they get angry at Philadelphia, and he's like, "They're going home.
They're going home.
They're going home." But anyways, our Bob Coles is just as big a legend.
That he is, and he's still confused. 5 minutes to play. North Bay win the draw in their own zone, and it's dumped in by McDonald, caught by the goaltender Miralainen, and he will hold on to it for a stoppage in play. And I think right now North Bay's game plan is, let's keep the puck over there. Let's keep the puck in the offensive zone and just keep doing what we were doing in the first two periods.
I think that's a good game plan. They're still out shooting the Frontnacs 35-26, although Kingston has really closed that gap, considering North Bay was up 30-15 at one point. So
there's a chance in front. Sean McDonald ripped that one, but it was blocked in front. North Bay continuing the play. Harsby to the middle. McDonald again. The shot goes off his stick and out of play. 4:39 to go in the third period. 4-3 North Bay lead.
Well, on the bright side so far for the troops, they're getting a lot of the grade A scoring chances here in the final few minutes of this game, as our Where's Derek camera or eyes see him walking up. Now he's going to get ready for the post-game show, as he's left his perch in between the benches.
And you can interact with us during the post-game show. If you've got questions for head coach Ryan Olhans, certainly send them to the chat on the YouTube page. Yes, Jason, I'll try to breathe here as we finish off this game. Set down the ice. Wright gets tripped up at the line coming in, but the whistle had blown. So I think Mathurin just got away with what potentially could have been a penalty there against the North Bay Battalion.
I think so for sure. So I guess that's a everybody gets one situation, as Kingston got away with a penalty earlier, so the Battalion will get away with one there. Although the difference is that one didn't lead to a goal immediately afterwards, so
that's it.
Whatever. But anyways, we'll back to the breathing comment. We'll make sure that Matt makes it out of this game alive. If he doesn't, we all know. Some of us know CPR.
I did have a comment from someone sitting in the stands tonight, and they said, "I don't know if I'm going to make it. Where's the defibrillator?"
Yes, that might help right now.
Here we go. Playback underway. Sent into the North Bay zone. It's Russell. Russell trying to hold it on the near side boards, but he lost it. Wisdom has it in front of the North Bay net. Now he tries to center it. That got blocked. He gets his own pass back to himself, but he gets it up to the line, and it's blocked by Coe. And the Battalion over Adris sends it over to Russell, who gets it down the left wing into the Frontnacs zone. He lost it coming in now, and it's sent down the ice by the Frontnacs. That will be icing called against Kingston with 3:44 to play. It's a 4-3 North Bay lead, so as time starts to wind down, we'll certainly be keeping our eye on Miralainen, seeing whether he wants to come out of the net early or whether they do it with less than 2 minutes to play.
Matt, I don't like working with you anymore. You just took away what I was going to say on this break. So, how we're going
about the goaltender?
Yeah. So thanks for that. But anyways, he's still in net now, at least. I can tell you that for sure.
Kingston win the draw and clear it down the ice. Chromiak sends it in front, all alone, and the shot goes off the crossbar. It was Alec Belanger on that shot, on a sweet little pass up the middle by Chromiak, and the Battalion got away with one there, and now they get a shot, and it's a save made by Miralainen in the corner. Trying to get it out of that area is Haché. Haché sends it to the far side to Ben Roger. Roger down the middle, tries to play back, that stopped, and now it's Petrov going the other way. Over to McDonald, big shot coming in the zone, and a glove save made by the goaltender Miralainen with 2:57 to play. Is the clock not even moving? It feels like it's been 3 minutes in this game.
Guys taking away what I was going to talk about, but thanks, Matt. I guess that just means we're on the same wavelength here because it has felt like I was going to say, hey, remember the last minute in that Game 6 for the Toronto Raptors against the Golden State Warriors and how that felt like it took forever? Well, these last 3 minutes have felt like they've taken just as long. As now the referees are meeting down at the penalty boxes, and you know if that's what we think it's for, it's not good news for the Battalion to look at this.
I mean, I didn't think that one went in, but I also thought the Coe one went in. So, yeah, I'm not sure. We haven't gotten a replay of it. We're getting a great video of Sarge dancing to Paradise City and getting the crowd going here, but
Anything to Paradise City is great. So
that's it. Well, Winslow and Murray are at the penalty boxes looking to see if they can get the word from the officials. So they are reviewing the Kingston play with Alec Belanger taking the shot. And I mean, from that view, you can't see anything, unfortunately. And now we'll get an overhead view, and this should tell us all we want to know.
or not.
That
we can see Verbetic standing there.
And it looks like the officials have their decision, and it's no goal. So the Battalion lead stays at 1.
I'm so confused. Hockey's happening, like I said earlier. There's frozen water, and there's vulcanized rubber, and there's players doing stuff with that rubber. Great expert analysis. Number 1 commentary team ever.
Well, some would argue that. There's a shot in, glove save made by Joe Verbetic. 2:44 to play in the third. 4-3 North Bay lead. And again, it's just back and forth, one shot. I don't know if it's helping either team or it's being a hindrance, but they're coming in, they're getting the shot, and then they're not winning the ensuing draw.
No, it's just both teams are just kind of taking like little swipes at each other, and that's kind of how the last few minutes have been played. And like you said, it's been a long couple of minutes here for the Battalion, especially for the Battalion faithful.
But the Frontnacs win the draw, but off the draw they get a shot, blocked by Van Steensel and out of the zone, carried by Arsby. Arsby down the left wing to the middle. The shot goes off the shoulder of the goaltender Mirline in and over the glass and out of play.
So again, keeping with your theme of taking little swipes at each other, that's just kind of what it was there. But the Battalion did have a good goal-scoring chance for Liam Arnsby on that one as he cut to the middle and took the shot. And Miralainen just standing tall once again with the shoulder saving the puck going out of play now as the Battalion counter with their top line.
In the face-off circle, it's Jackson. He can't win the draw. And the Frontnacs get it up to the blue line. Edmonds dumps it in, trying to find Frasca, but he's pushed out of the area by Coe, and Coe ends up with the puck. Plays it to the far side to Winslow. Winslow up to the blue line, and it's sent down the ice. This will be icing called. And that was a close one because Jackson was racing in behind Murray, and it looked like he might have had a step. He needed maybe about 5 or 6 more feet to beat him to the puck there. 2:11 remaining, 4-3 North Bay lead.
Yeah, if they had just a little bit more runway, like you said, Jackson for sure would have beaten the icing call. As we see, I believe Kingston's calling a timeout here.
So, now that they are calling the timeout, does that mean they pull the goaltender with the face-off coming up inside the North Bay zone? Here's the thing. You only need the 1 goal, right? So it's not like you need one quick and then you have to reset. You just need the 1, but you really can't afford to give up one. So
no, yeah, that's the whole chess match aspect of it, right? Like, do you want to pull your guy and then they go and score a goal really quickly on you, and now you have to try and get a quick one and that goal? All you need is 1, and then it's continuous 20 minutes of overtime. So it'll be interesting to see, as it looks like Miralainen is going to go back to his net for now. But we'll definitely be keeping an eye on you here as the final 2 minutes and 11 seconds go here. As he heads back to his net, I'll be keeping an eagle eye on him as Matt calls the play.
Battalion assistant coach Bill Holder in charge of the defense for the Battalion, and I mean great choice. He was an NHL defenseman. Real quick story, when I traveled with the battalion, a lot of guys in the media rooms would ask me, is that Bill Holder, like the former NHLer? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh man, I want to go over and say hi to him. He was very popular, first of all, for being a nice guy. And now the goaltender has been pulled. Miralainen comes off late.
I'm so confused.
So, 2-11, 5 skaters out there for the battalion, 6 for the Frontnacs. Looking for the equalizer here. It's 4-3 North Bay as the Frontnacs win the draw. They get it into the corner. A lot of bodies there. The puck comes loose. Down to the point, across to the near side. Shane Wright, it goes off his stick, goes to the near side boards. Now it's in behind the net. Harsby throws a hit. Grayson Ladd has the puck, and he clears it out over the blue line. Belanger can't hold it. Russell is in the clear. Mitchell Russell buries the empty netter. Mitchell, the hustle Russell, with his second 2-goal game of the postseason. And the battalion lead 5-3 with 1:45 remaining in game 1.
I don't think I've ever been as excited for an empty net goal in my life, Matt. Oh my goodness. Mitchell Russell, the hustle, doing his part here for the troops for this playoff run. And you know, in what will be his final playoff run in the OHL, he's definitely doing his part, as this is his 10th game with the battalion in the playoffs. And through his first 9, he had 9 points. Out of the 20 that he played, he had 10 points. He only got into 11 with the Owen Sound attack and only had 1 point. So he's definitely doing his part to extend his OHL career as long as possible. Not that it could end in the first. It still takes 4 games here.
He had 2 goals in game 1 against Ottawa. He's got 2 goals in game 1 against Kingston, and it might be enough now for the North Bay Battalion. 5-3, 1.5 minutes to go. The Frontnacs with control. Ludwinski sends it down the ice. Miralainen is out of his net again. Extra attacker out there, but the Frontnacs don't control the puck. Now they push it inside. Now they do. Centering pass, and they can't get a good shot, but it's loose in front, and Kingston scores. Chromiak buries it. It's back to a 1-goal game, 5-4.
Pain. That is what it is, being a hockey fan of my favorite teams. But there's still 1 minute and 10 seconds left. And you know that the battalion are going to get another chance here with an empty net at some point, so they can still make it a 6-4 hockey game.
It's been that inability to clear it off those scramble plays that have hurt the battalion tonight. And it's something that they are obviously going to want to correct as this series continues. Still have a 1-goal lead, 1 minute 10 remaining in the game, but that is the area you need to clean up as we go along here, and hopefully it doesn't come back to bite you in the next 60 seconds. The Frontnacs control the puck right in the neutral zone. He turns it over. Miralainen was out of his net, but he goes scrambling back as the battalion dump the puck in. Frontnacs in control now. It's Belanger on the far side. Miralainen has left his net as the puck goes in. Verbetta kicks it to the far side corner. Christopoulos pulled down on the far side. He gets back up and controls the puck. 40 seconds remaining in the game. A bunch of guys digging away at the puck in the far side corner. Arnsby involved. Ladd in there. The puck finally comes out of the area. Van Steensel has it off the glass, clears it down the ice. Icing will be called against the battalion with 25.7 seconds remaining in game 1. The battalion nursing a 5-4 lead.
25 seconds, like you said, the battalion are up 39-29 in the shot category, also up 5-4 here. And it looks like we might be getting another timeout, this time for the troops. So Bill Holder again setting things up here. And we had him on the podcast just over a year ago. And he's, to this day, Tom's favorite guest. Not that, no offense to anyone else we've had on the podcast, but Tom's a big Mighty Ducks fan, so...
Like I was saying earlier, he is an awesome guy.
Absolutely.
It was a lot of fun to travel around with. And the funny thing is, like, Bill Holder, he was a very good player, but he said NHL expansion was the best thing that happened to me because he played for the Predators, he played for the Sharks,
the Ducks,
he played for the Ducks, the Lightning.
don't think he was with Atlanta.
No, he got in.
No, you're right, the Capitals. Although the Capitals were already a franchise team.
And then the Sabres picked him up actually after the Capitals, but I don't think he got into many games with the Sabres. But that was the thing. Tom's a Mighty Ducks or an Anaheim Ducks fan. Bill Holder played on the first ever Anaheim Ducks team, so
hopefully Bill Holder's NHL knowledge has helped him design a defensive stance that's going to work here for North Bay. 25.7 seconds remaining. Wright wins the draw, pushes it to the net, but Ladd blocks it. Ladd for the Battalion now carries it behind the net. It comes out in front. Coe has it for North Bay. He fights Russell. Russell sends it to the empty net. He scores. It's a hat trick for the Hustle, and the Battalion lead it 6-4.
Well, you mean to tell me that there's going to be 6 more games of this, maybe? What is happening? As we do get some hats on the ice, which is a rare occurrence here at Memorial Gardens when there is a hat trick, but there's 3 hats that I see on the ice right now. So, what a great night for Mitch Russell, and he's somebody that I've talked to Ryan Houlihan extensively about in my post-game interviews, and you know what? Sorry, Ryan, I got to ask you about him again.
Well, you're making it easy on Ryan.
That's true. He can already formulate his answer well. He can formulate it now because he's going to know exactly what I'm asking. Thoughts on the game, Ryan? Mitch Russell looked pretty good out there, Ryan. What do you got to do in game 2, Ryan? Thanks, Coach.
As you said earlier, Mitchell Russell, 9 points in 9 playoff games with the North Bay Battalion coming into this one. In this postseason now, he has 7 goals through 5 playoff games. 7 seconds ago as the Battalion dropped the puck in behind the blue line, and game 1 comes to an end. The Battalion take it 6-4 in the opener of the Eastern Conference semifinals over the Kingston Frontnacs.
What a crazy game, and I'm going to have to tell my parents to stop coming to these ones because they came to game 2, Battalion wins 7-6. They come to this game 6-4. It's just been wild hockey for them to come to, so I'm gonna have to tell them to stop coming. But at least they still win, so maybe they are a good luck charm in some way. But yeah, the Battalion doing a heck of a job to come up 1-0 in this series, the best of 7. Game 2 again going on Sunday, but now we have our post-game show coming up with Bob and Derek. So I will bow out and head on down for the post-game show.
Thank you very much, Courtney and Matt. And great call. And it was an interesting road, that third period for the North Bay Battalion, wasn't it? Unbelievable. 6 goals in that period. The Battalion getting 3 and Kingston getting 3. And what a third period it was. So coming up in our post-game show, we'll go through the game summaries and give you all those stats and stories. And 2 games in the OHL playoffs tonight. The Sioux, John Dean and company losing 5-3 to Flint. And so Flint wins game 1 of that series. Now the 3 stars. 3 stars tonight. Number 21, Brandon Coe. The 3rd star. The 2nd star. Owen Van Steensel. Thought he deserved a star, and he did. Big breakaway. Goal. Was hitting all night, showing his speed. And Mitchell Russell, 2 empty net goals. And 3 goals overall. And the Battalion get the win. Game 2 Sunday of this best of 7, 2 o'clock at Memorial Gardens. And lots to go through in the stats in the hockey game. It's 2-0 North Bay after 1, 3-1 after 2, each team with 3 in the third, 6-4 the final. The shots, 14-11 Kingston in the third. They were outshot 40-29. North Bay 16-7 and 13-8 in the first 2 periods. Power plays, Kingston 0 for 2, North Bay 1 for 5. Face-offs, 43-39 Battalion. Goals in the game, Brandon Coe opened the scoring for Mitchell Russell and Kyle Jackson at 5:53. Kyle McDonald made it 2-0 with his 3rd from Owen Van Steensel and Paul Christopoulos at 14:28. In the second, Mitchell Russell's fifth, first of 3 on the night from Matvey Petrov and Kyle Jackson. Second assist for Jackson at 22 seconds of the second. Francesco Arcuri is third at 15:45 to make it 3-1. Third period, Van Steensel's second goal of the playoffs, his second point from Liam Arnsby, shorthanded at 2:15. That made it 4-1, and North Bay looked like they were in pretty good shape, but Kingston scored back-to-back. Paul Ludwinski sixth from Shane Wright and Francesco Arcuri at 4:37. A minute and 37 seconds later, Lucas Edmonds fourth, the hometown boy from Alec Boulanger at 6:14. Then Russell is second of the game, sixth of the year, into an empty net at 18:15. But Martin Chromiak got that one back with his second unassisted 44 seconds later with 1:11 left. It was a one-goal game again, and then Russell got his third of the game, second into an empty net, unassisted, 19:45 the time, and the Battalion get the win by a count of 6-4. Now, it didn't look that way. Derek Lindemann, it was 3-1 after 2, 4-1 after the Van Steensel breakaway. Let's start there. Van Steensel had a great game. He was hitting all night. He was skating all night. But Shane Wright was on him on that breakaway, and that was a big goal for the Battalion.
Definitely. I thought that was going to be the straw that broke the Kingston Frontnacs back tonight, but it wasn't. Van Steensel just showed how strong he was to keep Wright off of him, using his body to protect the puck and allowing him some space to go backhand to put that up 4-1. I thought that was going to be the deciding goal, but you can't keep that Kingston Frontenac firepower down for long, as they scored twice more to get right back into this game.
Yeah, they made it a one-goal game. Then it looked like Russell would send everybody home happy with his first empty net goal, but just a few seconds later, Chromiak scored to make it a one-goal game again. So North Bay was just one update, the Leaf game, by the way, while we do this. It's 3-2 Toronto. Tampa just scored in the third period, but Chromiak scores. It's tight again. It's a one-goal game again, and Russell has to be the hero one more time.
Yeah, and it goes to show, we talked about Paul Christopoulos in the second intermission, how he's adopted that new role as a defensive specialist. Him and Ladd were out there at that final minute doing a lot of good time, killing that puck down low, and then Brandon Coe, knowing where Russell was, fed him that puck so that he was able to put that into the empty net for that hat-trick goal, and how special that was. 7 goals already in only 5 playoff games. Mitchell Russell certainly having himself one breakout playoff series.
Kingston, it's sort of when they get behind, they're even tougher to beat, right? Because they get to shorten their bench and they have so much skill, and they just go with 2 lines down the stretch and a heavy dose of wisdom, of Chromiak, of Edmonds, and of course of Shane Wright. So that's when they're so dangerous, and I'm sure North Bay knew that, but they learned that lesson again tonight.
Yeah, again, I was between the benches, and for the third period, Kingston went down to only rolling 8 forwards in that final period for most of that final 20 minutes of play, trying to get back into it. They were able to close the gap to 1, but it just seemed North Bay stopped skating there for a little bit. That first half of that third period just stopped skating, and it looked like Joe Verbetic just wasn't as sharp as he was through the first 40 minutes of play. They were able to turn things around, and that's what really, really drove me for this North Bay Battalion team, is how they were able to regroup after giving up those 2 quick goals and able to shut down Kingston Frontnacs and hold on to that eventually 2-goal lead.
And that Leaf game again, 3-2 Toronto. It's on the screen here, so we're watching it. 14 minutes left in the third period. Leafs were up 3-1, but Tampa Leafs were up 3-0, but Tampa making a game of it. So. And I don't know where that sound's coming from, but the volume's up really high in the Leafs game. Oh, there was a big hit in the game by Palat. But we're doing Leaf play-by-play right now. But let's get back to the Battalion game and the significance of Game 1. It's North Bay holding serve. You can see Kingston, they probably got a little life out of it too, right, with that third period they didn't complete the comeback, but they made it a game, and they put some pressure on the Battalion D. So that'll be the message, I'm sure, from the Kingston coaches. Look, you know, you got to play a complete game if you're going to beat North Bay, and but when we're going, we can give these guys problems.
Yeah, and I talked about that in the second intermission also, is that this third period, it's going to set the tone for the play, or for this whole series. Sure, it's game one, and I talked about how these teams only met each other 4 times in the regular season. They weren't familiar with each other, but definitely by the end of that third period, they were starting to yap with each other between the benches. You get started hearing the bickering, the chirps were happening, and you just start feeling the fierceness between two very competitive teams down there on the ice. And I think we're going to see a totally different game on Sunday. Kingston's going to look to come away and steal one game here on home ice against these Battalion.
Yeah, it's the thing when you're a road team. You just want to get one, and then you got home ice for games 3 and 4 Tuesday and Thursday. What about the Battalion here? You know, I think it was a good test, a good measuring stick for them, right? In terms of you can't take the foot off the gas when you play the Kingston Frontnacs.
Yeah, I think the North Bay Battalion, you got to be happy with the way the first 40 minutes went, how you were able to control the pace of play and control that middle of the ice and not allow those Kingston Frontnac power forwards to get anything through the middle of the ice. They took about 7 minutes off there in the third period after Van Steensel put them up 4-1, and that's just something that Ryan Houlihan's just going to have to fine-tune, is you can't take that foot off the gas against a team where Kingston has so much firepower as they do up front with this Frontnacs.
The young guys, you know, we talk about Coe and Russell a lot, but Owen Van Steensel, you mentioned him earlier, but to me, he was really the difference in the game for the Battalion. I mean, he got them that 4th goal. He was hitting all night. I mean, he's a second-year player. You know, 3rd round, I believe he was drafted. Just talk about him and what you're noticing in his performance.
Confidence. Confidence is the big thing that I really see now with Owen Van Steensel. He's got that confidence that he knows he can play on that second line with Arnsby and McDonald. He can skate. He can be physical. He can do everything that those 3rd and 4th year players do out there on the ice in the OHL. He has definitely earned that second line ice time, and he's showing how positive he is and can contribute with such offensive touch along with that physical presence.
So again, game 2 Sunday afternoon, and we'll have it for you as part of our game day broadcast. We'll be on the air at 1:50, and then puck drop just after 2 o'clock with the Battalion playing the Kingston Frontnacs in game 2 of this best of 7. Then they go down to the Leon Center for games 3 and 4 Tuesday and Thursday, and this promises, Derek, to be a heck of a series.
Yeah, it's not like the Ottawa 67 series where it was a hard-fought, banging bodies. I think this is a lot more of a skilled series. You're going to see the skill really show between these two teams. Both teams really skilled players up front, and like I said in the pregame, defense is going to be the difference between these two teams and who can limit the turnovers in that neutral zone.
So we'll, as part of our coverage on Tuesday, we'll have Coach Houlihan on his Game 1 remarks, and we'll do that on Tuesday.
Sunday.
What day is it? It's Friday. Game 2 is on Sunday, so we'll have his Friday comments on Sunday, and then they head to Kingston for games 3 on Tuesday. I knew Tuesday was involved somehow, Derek, but one final comment for you on game 1, and I thought the crowd was just electric tonight. It was a different vibe here, similar to the game in the game 2 against Ottawa, but the crowd was fantastic. Over 3,000 here tonight.
Yeah, just over 3,000. Again, being between the benches, you can really hear the echo of the 7th man that they say here in North Bay vibrate inside the arena. It's nice to see this building filling up, and you know what, they're a very high hockey IQ spectators. They know when the team needs the boost, when the cheer. You know what, come out here if you can. Come cheer on this Battalion team and make it difficult on the visitors to come away with a victory on Sunday.
So we're going to wrap it up and say goodnight, and The Battalion with the early lead they built up, and they never trailed after they got it. And they win 6-4 over Kingston in Game 1. Game 2 Sunday at 1:50, and we'll have it for you here on your Frontline broadcast. We thank our producer Ben Long, of course Matt and Courtney on the play-by-play in color, my co-host Eric Lindemann. I'm Bob Coles. Good night from Memorial Gardens.